they're still here today.
When the last trumpet sounds and the heavens crack, blah, 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 blah. Nephilim, Death Squad. Nephilim, Death Squad. Death Squad. Death Squad. Death Squad.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of NDS Chronicles, the show where we read your paranormal testimony. If you want to submit it so that we can mock you, but also maybe thoughtfully critique what happened to you, you can do so at chroniclesnds@gmail.com.
More on the mocking side,
Shush!
though.
Stop it! You're burying the lead. People don't know you're here.
Relax.
So I am David Lee Corbo, aka the Raven, and that is Matthew Hepner, a host of Straight Bible and pourer of Black Water. Actually, that's not really happening so much these days, is it, Matt? Because
No, I'm more of a podcaster now, man.
I
Yeah.
bumped into your buddy John at the gym, big black dude, and he goes, I never see Matt anymore. He's like a big time podcaster now. I said,
Who
yeah,
said
man.
that? No.
John. I don't know. I mean, you know him. I definitely met him here. He came up to me and my son today and was like, podcast, bro.
Oh, Jonathan.
Jonathan, big black dude.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican, bro. He's not
Okay,
even
that's
black.
kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Really, when it comes down to the nuts and bolts of it.
Yeah.
So you're not really a podcaster anymore, are you?
Or
I'm sorry, you're not really a
Which one is
barista
it?
anymore.
No, I'm not really either one. I'm in this in-between zone, dude. It's kind of like when you're asleep, but then you kind of wake up and you're kind of in between the two. I'm like in that right now.
Yeah, what are you trying to do?
Still a farmer. Like, that's my main thing, man. It's growing a farm.
So all this time you've just been
Yeah, so like the coffee
farmer.
shop, it's nice to have other people be the baristas and stuff. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean, I'm still here unpacking stuff and taking inventory back and forth.
harassing
between
the
locations.
baristas,
Yeah.
and they complain when you walk away. They go, he's so mean, he's so nasty. Why does he talk to us like that?
How a
And I
boss
go, I
should
don't know.
be.
Well, maybe.
How a boss
I mean,
should be.
firm, but also like compassionate. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
but that's not what you're doing.
People are in shock that we're early, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems to be a trend. You ever notice that every time Top's not here, we're either on time or even a little bit early?
Oh,
Weird. Hey, Nancy, say hi.
not so weird.
Hi.
Oh, that's nice. It's good to have you, Nancy.
Wait, so Nancy has never ever been like, "Hey guys, good morning. How's it going? Did you see that thing in the news about blah blah blah?" It's always just been like one word. Hi.
No, we chop it up with Nance.
No. When like when
you don't chop
say-
it up with Nance. We
No,
chop it up with Nance.
I try every
Yeah.
chance I get.
Well, she has a strong affinity for not chopping it up with you.
No. Me
Yeah.
and Nancy chop it up, just not on the show.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, she promised to watch.
That's the thing. Yeah, that she didn't watch it.
Yeah, well, no, she has now.
Is that true, Nance? Did you watch the thing that you were supposed to watch?
Not yet.
Yeah, see, that's how that. No, I mean that's very believable. That's actually
Hey, Matt,
what
when
I
you interpret
predicted.
my dream? Hey, here it is. Now do this. No.
Well, yeah, she asked you to interpret her dream, and then you said, "Watch this silly movie," and she felt
This
like that
weekend.
was
It would
This
better.
weekend,
She
she's
says
gonna-
that every week.
that is true. She did say that last weekend.
I mean, it's whatever.
Well, we're going to get into, I think, some dreams today. Actually, before we do any of that, guys, don't forget a great place to support the show is to head on over to patreon.com/Nephilim Death Squad. If you sign up there, you'll gain early access to episodes, ad-free listening experiences, and access to communities of dangerous retards on Twitter, on Discord, and on Telegram. I don't know what's been going on Telegram. I need a new, oh my God, we have a thing for timeline cleanse on here. That's crazy. That's insane. Anyway, I don't know what's been going on Telegram because I had to delete it from my phone. iPhone does this thing where they run updates. And what it does is it turns your phone into a useless piece of shit brick and then forces you to buy a new phone. That's what their upgrades do. So if you get too many of them, it's
Just
basically
overloads the phone.
It overloads the phone, yeah, and then that's where it goes. But also, there's discount codes for merchandise over at toplobster.com. You sign up. I mean, don't sign up.
One
there.
thing that people are asking for is what time does the
What's going
event start at? Like, what time does it start on Friday, and what time does it start on Saturday?
The VIP day, which is Friday, 8/7, is going to start. I mean, the coffee shop is open for business, so people can come in here and is it a correct usage of the word patronize?
Yeah.
Like if they come here and buy things.
Oh, I thought patronizing meant like petting. Okay.
They could come here and purchase goods all day, right? There's nothing that stops them. And we're going to be in here, the entire week leading up to Brohemian Grove, doing all sorts of interviews and episodes here in the coffee shop. So, as far as I'm concerned, come and hang out whenever you want. But the doors close at 4 unless you're a VIP member. So if you could prove to us beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're a VIP member, and we might have you do possibly an elaborate dance.
Guilty until proven innocent. You have to prove that you have a VIP ticket.
Exactly, yeah. And I don't know how you're going to do that, but if you can do it, then you can stay when the door's shut.
Yeah.
We'll kick everybody else out. We'll say, you don't have one? Get the fuck, and we'll drag you out of the building kicking and screaming.
4 o'clock, we just start vibing, but there's no like set schedule.
No.
Okay.
So we're just going to hang out and we'll figure out like the, maybe like some little snacky wackies and some, I'm sorry, I watched a little bit of Jay Dyer. Just got me talking like that.
What was that?
Snacky
That's
wackies.
So embarrassing.
And maybe, are we allowed to have drinks here? Can people have drinks here, or is that a no-go?
Alcohol?
Yeah, alcohol.
No, there's a Publix next door and a Chinese place next door.
I don't think you could just drink in a Publix.
No, but I mean, you could get your booze and slam it, but we can't drink in here. I mean, I remember the days of drinking and you had to like get something and slam it or whatever.
Yeah. So,
but I don't have a liquor license. I don't have an alcohol license.
Yeah, that's fair. So you got a pregame.
You got a pregame.
Just be in the public, just slamming beers.
Yeah. No, I thought I remember you get like a little, bottle of something. You add it into a container and then.
Well, yeah. I mean, whatever you do, that's on you. And then, at some point throughout the day, we're going to have a Bible study. We'll figure out what that's going to look like. It'll be me, you, Top, Ed Mabry, Laura Baker, and who else is it? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody very important when it comes to that mix-up.
Not Jay Dyer, but I feel like they're similar though, or they've been in the news
well,
together.
I don't know if Owen's going to be here. I don't know when Owen's getting here.
Oh, so the whole thing about the special guest for
No.
like not real?
That's the main day. I'm saying I don't know if he's going to be here for the VIP experience. You would think I would know something about my own event. There's a lot that I don't know. And then the next day, 8/8, that starts at 12. That starts at 12 and it goes to 7. And then there's an after hour hangs at the Brownwood Hotel / Brownwood location for the Standard Coffee Shop. And we're going to hang out
after
and have
7 p.m.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I'm going to be getting my room there because.
Brilliant. That pool is nice.
Yeah. But it's mainly the pool, mainly having access to the pool.
Yeah.
So there you go. TopLobster.com. Go get your tickets to Brohemian Grove. I know we talked a lot about the VIP day, but.
Have you checked at the, what a lot of the guests look like there?
I
don't want to give it away about skin tone.
Very hideous and off-putting.
Okay.
What's interesting is we were talking a little bit about the crowd that the ortho bros pull.
Oh, geez.
And they're kind of like neck-bearded debate guys. And that's not uniformly true across the board, obviously, right? But I don't know about our own crowd. I've never seen them in the light. Every time we do anything with them, it's always in a dark room. So I don't know if they're...
it's a lot of country people, I think, dude. I don't think
you can tell by the
city
smell.
Slickers.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
There's a heavy...
no, not the smell. Just they're like real ass people, man.
Well, there is a smell. I mean, they have a little bit of a tinge to them. You would say hard workers in the sun and getting the job done is the list of priority. That's at the top of the priority list. Maybe deodorizer.
Deodorizer
is not so much at the top of the. Yeah, we are early. All right, so we're gonna get into this story. This first one comes from Dallas Spitfire,
the musician.
The musician. He's actually the guy that made not only the intro music for the show, but he also made the 8-bit version that's going to be in the video game, which will also be a demo will be available at Brohemian Grove.
Of what?
The Nephilim Death Squad video game.
No way.
It's just what a fucking crazy life. Yeah, G-By Jonathan says neckbearders and then balding Bigfoots in a lot of. Well, is that our crew, balding Bigfoots?
Huh?
Because I feel like there's an overlap there. Cryptids, country boys, balding Bigfoots. There might be something.
There's
to
quite
that.
a lot of orthos that are in the NDS crowd.
And
too.
God bless them. I love them. I can't top
not anymore.
Myself.
Easy.
Yeah. We've actually seen a noticeable decline in some statistics and numbers after our recent episode. But it's got to be said. What's got to be said has to be said, and we're not in the mode of maintaining listenership. Over the truth. All right,
keep it real.
So let's get into this. Yes, Dallas does crush. He says, "Dear Nancy," I don't like really how that starts. Oh, am I supposed to do a music? Hold on.
Oh boy. Can you do the Owen Benjamin?
Hold on, wait.
How dare you? Can we do that
Okay,
with
there we
this in
go.
the background?
It's a spooky thing. Yeah, people really seem to like yesterday's show, Michael Manifesto. So we got good feedback on the comments, but I think there was a lot of silent disavowers who, went their separate ways. So be it. Okay, so dear Nancy, Dallas is talking directly to Nancy. Say hi, Nance.
Hello, Dallas.
Oh, 2 words.
You're my favorite person in the crew. Oh, that's
What?
strange. Please stop boiling water long enough to put this in front of Top and Raven's faces.
Oh, little ass kissing.
Oh,
to
I see
get
what's
this
going
one
on
to be
there.
okay, makes sense.
Okay, all right. Says, okay, thanks. I love you. Bye.
Oh, so he used her.
Yeah. And Nancy didn't. I don't even think she noticed this. I just plucked this out of the lineup right before the show started. Hey, Top. Hey, David and Matt with 3 T's. Perhaps. Perhaps.
He knows.
Dallas Spitfire here. Dox me. Dallas is actually his name, by the way, which is a cool name.
Is his last name really Spitfire?
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
I don't think it is. So there's not really a true doxing.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
He do Spitfire though.
He do. I don't know if he raps. It sounds like a rapping thing, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean,
to
he's
Spitfire.
he made those. Exactly, Sancho.
Don't read the chat. You got to lock in,
Well, I normally
dude.
won't, but that's been a very highly debated topic lately. That's been very hurtful. It's caused some harm within the sphere.
Well, you literally caught it as it popped up. You were scanning the chat like an insane person. God bless you, esteemed, excellent gentlemen. Know you. I heard Juan, aka Exile, aka Juan's story. So we doxed him in a kind of a double fashion.
I might have
there.
been on for that one. He
That
had
was a
crazy
great,
girlfriend.
Yes, dude.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a crazy story. If you guys haven't heard, In Exile,
I didn't like it.
it was heavy. It was a heavy episode. Heard the story recently on Chronicles and decided it's time to drop this experience, which is somewhat related and something of a sequel to the first experience I shared on Chronicles number 5, if you don't recall. Damn. You
Wait, whoa.
He said something on Chronicles number 5? That's crazy. I don't even know. We don't number any of
How
these
could you
episodes.
forget this? If you don't recall, I was the one who saw the Medusa-ass looking interdimensional demon snake when I was 6.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. Okay. Shout out to you, Dallas. The story is long, so I'll try to trim it down as short as possible. Just snip a little off the tip for us. I was married for 7 years in my 20s and eventually divorced.
Sorry, bro.
I won't be a faggot and play the blame game here. But long story short, I spent the next 5 years focused on stacking paper.
He's a rapper. How is he not a rapper?
Yeah,
He's
hustling
stacking
hard,
paper.
grinding. All my life, grinding all my life. Okay, so, and also building muscle, which is good, as well as working on my hobbies of playing music and game web programming.
That's got to be hard to have a wife and then you have 5 years of no wife.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What do you do for the 5 years?
I imagine there's a bit of a curve, and then you kind of like
Just get
into
used to it.
whatever. Yeah. At the age of 32, I decided it was time to try again. The importance of family was something not just instilled in me from an early age, but something I instinctively knew is one of the most important things in life beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Facts.
Amen. For the next few years, I lived as a bachelor in a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house by myself. That's why you got so much
It's a
room.
little much, man. It's a lot of cleaning.
That is a lot of, well, I mean, you probably don't use one of the bathrooms at all.
Plus, I don't know where this story is going,
Sure.
but you're guessing maybe it's room for a little spookiness if it's that big of a house and you're in one room at a time.
Yeah, being just by virtue of being in a big empty house, that's a little bit spooky.
Unless maybe he's got like ferrets or some kind of animals that go in the
I
other rooms.
do like a ferret.
They steal the keys and they're like very playful.
The problem is they find their ways into the sofas, and like the webbing under the sofa, and then they make poopies in there.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a problem. That you can't really house train a ferret. So you're in a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house by yourself, which I'm not going to explain the layout of. Well, deprive us of that. Why don't you?
Thanks,
by the
Holly.
way, I think we do have something from HGTV Holly
Another one?
in the lineup. Says something about a redemption story, which is
Huh.
great. So looking forward to that. Side note, that motherfucker was haunted
Yeah.
for quite some time. So yeah,
No shocker
saw
there.
that coming. Ferrets do smell gin, but they're so cute. I love a ferret. They're so cute.
I used to have one.
Did you really? Would you eat it
Who
because
said
you're
that?
Asian? I'm sorry.
No, when I was a kid,
You ate him
but I
when you were a
did not
kid?
eat her.
Oh.
No,
Do you love her?
I did. She's dead.
No, I know that, but like,
What do you mean, lover?
you know, just like in the way I love my cat.
Oh, you're picturing Nancy like snuggling it, like
Yeah.
watching movies together.
Hell yeah,
and-
ferrets are cool, man.
They are. They're very smart.
They're very smart, stinky.
You feel like Nancy bases all of her relationships on intellect. Like if she,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like if there's people at work that aren't as super, like a certain level of intellect,
Yeah,
she's just like
she doesn't value that.
not effing with you. Like I'm
She's
not
very
wanna talk.
racist,
Yeah,
and I could see the
you know, other people may
correlation.
value like honesty or loyalty or things like that. She's more just like intellect.
yeah. Like if you're cunning and ruthless, she still values you.
Very much values you.
Yeah. Is that true, Nance? Would you say that's accurate?
No.
All right. Well, we just wasted a lot of our breath.
It's worth a shot.
So the motherfucker was haunted for some time. That's a whole other story. Everyone who lived there saw shadow people and other weird shit. And several people went nuts while living there. One night I held a party and everyone watched a little Batman figure fly 8 feet off a bookshelf for no reason at all. Spent a lot of time praying over the house after that incident. Eventually, all that subsided. All right. It's not really going to tell us like how all that went. Anyway, paranormal activity aside, I had a lot of fun and dated several women. A bit of a whore, a bit of a slut there.
When it's a male, I believe
Dallas.
it's called a playa.
No, it's called a slut.
Okay.
Dallas Spitfire.
Good one.
I had dated several women, made some friends, got scammed like a dumb bitch, but in general had a lot of good experiences and a lot of not so great experiences. Let me tell you, dating in your 30s and upward is a struggle, dog. Yeah, I believe that.
I don't think you're designed to.
Well, it's not so much that that's the issue as much as the dating field. You know, I have a cousin who's like a brother to me, and I watched him get into the dating arena. And it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Everybody is overthinking everything all the time.
What do you mean?
It's just like these little
They're like, oh, he did that.
it's like pull out the chair and that's misogynistic. I'm an independent woman, don't need no man to pull the chair out kind of a deal, right? Or the dude is, you know, overly concerned. It's just like there's too many. I think when you have too many, not restrictions, but rigidity, I'm looking for this person who checks these boxes.
Yeah.
You're leaving not a lot of room for God to work.
Exactly. And those relationships are over quick
They are.
because they fart, it stinks bad, and you're like, I'm out. I wasn't
If that
expecting
was
that.
if that was my problem, I would have been my wife would have
Whereas the
divorced
old
me a long time
marriages
ago.
was like you married who lived on your street. you
Archie
married who you
Bunker
went to
farted
school
on
with.
his wife's face and
Bad.
called her the N-word.
Oh,
And
extra
they
bad.
stayed together forever.
Yeah. So I mean, when God orchestrates the relationship, you stay together.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
man orchestrates it and you makes you check all these boxes, as soon as something's not right, boom, you're out of there.
What's funny about that too is everybody like, oh, you're just infinitely wise, huh? You know exactly what you want from a person. They need to check all these boxes. Like, how do you know that that's the correct
I know.
formula?
Thank
It's just
God
a
I
stupid
didn't
thing.
get that. Dude.
Yeah.
Thank God wasn't like, okay, check all the boxes and I'll bring you that chick.
Yeah. What
Thank
happened
God.
to just like seeing somebody and then knowing something,
Yeah, exactly.
you know, in your spirit? So yeah, not a great thing to be dating in your 30s. My heart goes out to you if you have that
What
going on.
was
What a
that?
nightmare. Just putting my heart out to people. So eventually I met this woman who will only be referred to as psycho bitch moving forward. All right. That's easy to remember. This is where shit gets retarded, especially on my behalf. I still wore a lens of idealism despite being like Raven and a conspiracy theorist since I was 16. Amen. Another conspiracy theorist since 16. What a year to be a conspiracy theorist. You know, as far as all the years you live. 16? Some say the best time to start being one. We hit it off extremely quickly, and she seemed to be into everything that I was into, from conspiracy theories to the Legend of Zelda games. Okay.
Ooh.
This is actually not vibing right. My wife has seldomly ever been into the things that I'm into.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
my wife does not give a shit about video games. She doesn't give a shit about, not, I don't say give a shit like she's ever been cold and unreceptive, but like, it's just not her thing. And I came to terms with that very quickly and never had any qualms with it. You know, it's just like whatever her thing is.
Yeah.
That's
Me and
her
Jess's
thing.
things are totally separate, other than like going to the beach,
Yeah.
raising a family.
Sure.
Like, but as far as like hobbies, like it's just completely different. She's like doing puzzles. She's baking. She's making sourdough. She's doing nails. She's doing Bella's nails. She's watching Hallmark movies. I don't get down with like any of that.
Hallmark movies.
Yeah, so you try to be as cool as you can to overlap a little bit, but it's like, yo, let's just do it on the stuff we like. If we like going on bike rides, we like swimming. Let's go do that.
Spending time is the great, connective tissue. Otherwise, like, have your things. I think it's
Bella
usually
likes video games though. She'll go home and play video games with Coin Boy. They have like 2 screens, but they're like laughing, and then they cook, and then they play video games again, and then.
But then I'm sure they have a ton of things. Is she very interested in coins?
No.
Well, there you go. And there's nothing wrong with that.
You're right.
I think you have to have those little separate things that are meaningful to you. So, and sometimes I just think that there's a facade, like some types of chicks will try to chameleon their way into a relationship by pretending to like all this shit. But you can't keep that up forever, dog. So once that energy to play the pretend game goes away, then the psychotic bitch comes out.
Bad. And I mean, at the end of the day, not to be crude, I know this is like
go ahead.
Usually you don't go that style on a show like this, but like the main thing for the man and the woman in a relationship is boning.
Oh,
so it's like that's the main thing. Is like that. Do we agree on that?
Oh yeah. Do we agree on sex? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Like in a marriage, that is the covenant. You could have friends. You could play video games with anybody or go ride bikes with anybody.
Sure.
Whatever. There's one person on planet Earth to bone. So it's like that better be compatible.
Yeah. So I was watching these videos with my wife. Hold on. Wait. Do I have a button for that? I don't know where it is anymore.
I got to breathe.
Doused in semen.
I don't know where that button is, but so me and my wife were watching these videos, and it was like of polyamory people, and they were trying to explain the logic behind having multiple relationships, right? And it was like, well, this person likes all the activities that I like. So, and this person is much more romantic and like cuddly and stuff. This person I choose just for sex, and then this other person for conversation because they're intellect. And I'm like, those are just called friends, you dumb fuck.
Yeah. You can get
Stop having sex with them and just be friends, dude. Have a fucking a person that you're with, and then have friends that you talk to, friends that you bike with, friends that you whatever. But don't do the I'm in a relationship with all of them. It's a romantic relationship with all of them. It's a completely, and then what these people always have a blind spot. Number one, they're always morbidly obese and hideous looking. Number two, it's never about like, you've selected this army of people who all fill this void in you, but given no thought, it's not a sexual innuendo this time, given no thought to like what you do for any of these people.
Right.
It's this selfish mindset. I'm polyamorous because this person does this for me. Yeah. And that person does that for me.
Well, people do it even in a one-on-one marriage where it's just about what am I getting from this person? Yeah. Like, good luck with that, dude. Wait till you see that blow up.
What do you bring to the table?
Yeah, you're always going to be, if that's your mindset, you're always going to be like, I'm doing more than you.
Yeah. What do you bring to the table? I fucking love you. Good God. What a horrifying statement. Or question. What do you bring to the table? Okay. So, she's a conspiracy theorist and she likes Legend of Zelda. We spent many nights taking turns Breath of the Wild and grilling steaks. It sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Sounds like a homie. She had 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls by 2 different baby daddies. Well, that's a bit of a...
Whoa. She had 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls by 2 different baby daddies. Oh,
yeah. It's not good. It was a few months into dating before I even met them, which I thought was a good move on her part. Yeah, I agree with that. It's like, don't go introducing your children to everybody who, like, a few months is a nice buffer. If you're really serious, if you think you found somebody, you have kids from a previous relationship, maybe things didn't work out, don't go introducing them right away. I met my stepdad when I was a kid the day I moved in with him. Would not recommend. Not good. not fucking good, bro. Okay, so red flag number 1, subverted. Okay, subverted.
No, that's at least red flag number 2.
There's still a red flag
one
in there,
4
yeah.
kids, 2 boys, 2 girls by 2 different baby
That's
daddies.
a bit of a problem, yeah. She lived with her aunt and a guy named Matt without 3 T's. All right, well, I just for the audience's sake, we have bumped up the amount of T's in Matt's name. It is now a 5 T minimum, and so we'll give. It's going to take some time for the office to kind of come to terms with that. You know, you implement a new policy. Takes time. So, but 5 T's is the minimum now. Thank you guys very much. So a different guy named Matt without 3 T's, who was a high functioning autistic fella. Okay. She conspired and lied to me along with her aunt. That dude was creeping on her kids. Whoa. She conspired and lied to me.
Whoa.
And her
so
aunt.
She and the aunt were like, yo, this autistic dude is making a move on her kids.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
That's okay. So
Well, we'll circle back to that later.
That's what he says. Dropping this now. Her and her aunt were actual gypsies. Just saying. That's fascinating. I knew gypsies, and they had a fortune-telling place, and they were scamming everybody in the neighborhood out of money, and they were wrangling the neighborhood kids to go and run scams for them. It was super crazy.
Brilliant.
So like one of them they did was they told a woman that she was kept coming over and over again. This is dark shadow over my life. And what you need to do is you need to take money. You need to take it was like thousands of dollars, put it inside a jar, fill the jar with ink, right? And then go to this place and bury it. They then sent the kids to tail her. And then when she buried it and left, the kids came, dug up the jar, and then spent the rest of the evening washing all the bills off and hang drying them all over the house while doing cocaine. And the kids were like 12, 13 years old. She just had all these little neighborhood kids, or the gypsies had all these little neighborhood kids running moves for them and doing cocaine. They stole a bunch of Rolexes from the gypsies, and one of them became one of my best friends. So she convinced me to let her and her kids move into my house, which in my retarded thinking made sense.
Well, yeah, you got this giant house. I mean, that's the problem. Why do you have a giant house?
Don't read the chat. Is that what's going on?
No.
Okay,
I'm literally this part of the story. It's like you have a giant house of 4 bedrooms.
Yeah.
Like that's why you don't get a giant house of 4 bedrooms.
You literally have a chick with 4 kids.
It latches on. Boom.
The kids absolutely loved me. Maybe life was meant to work out this way, you know?
That's kind of cool, actually.
Guess you'd have to be in these particular circumstances to understand.
I can see that.
Yeah, I get it.
For a few months, everything's great.
No. I'm reading the story. Stop that. Don't step on my toes when I'm reading the story, okay? We agreed under very strict parameters we were going to do this show together.
All right.
Because you know I get upset.
We
don't read my fucking story, dude, okay? For a few months, everything was great. It was the sense of family I yearned for. The kids were even doing better in school. She was keeping house, and I was working hard and long.
She was keeping
hours.
house.
Yeah, like keeping the house. She was doing lady stuff, which is nice. Then the crazy ass argument started. Remember when I mentioned we talked conspiracies earlier? She began arguing that Bill Gates is a great man.
That's a red flag.
That's kind of crazy. Who the fuck who is remotely interested in conspiracies and is
That's
passionately
a chick that just
arguing?
wants to fight, dude. That's
Yeah,
a chick that's like, I'm
100%.
gonna find something to fight about.
And it couldn't find
You know
anything.
what,
Everything
honey?
was
I
great.
love Bill Gates. He's
It's like,
great.
this guy's working hard. He's provided
He's
for us.
trying to save humanity.
It's really hard for me to find anything to
I love
argue about.
Windows.
That's so crazy, bro. Then we argued when I was cooking and put a lid on a pot of water to boil.
Oh, yeah.
Dumbass tried to tell me putting a lid on it actually made the process slower.
Yeah, that's just a chick just looking for a fight.
Yeah, I mean, if you're sealing something in steel, 360 degrees, it's going to heat up faster.
This chick's just looking for a fight. Who knows? He might have said some mean stuff to her in the meanwhile, though.
He probably
to
did.
provoke
Dallas
this.
is a bit of a nasty guy. I'm sure he
Oh,
hit her
really?
a couple times. Yeah. The gaslighting begins. Every day I get home. For years, I place my phone, keys, wallet, and pistol in particular places.
Dang right. Otherwise,
Okay.
you lose it.
Yeah. The keys and wallet would get moved randomly, sometimes hidden entirely for small stretches of time. She tried to convince me I did and didn't do things with completely jumbled word salad that made no fucking sense.
Why is this stressing me out? Even when I just hear this, it's just so stressful, bro.
It is stressful.
It is. It's like, so you always put your stuff on your nightstand, and now all of a sudden it's ending up somewhere else. And some females like, yeah, no, you did that.
It's the disruption to your place of peace. I always say, like, one of the things I'm most grateful for to God is my relationship, and that has spread out into my household, obviously, right? Because you make a household with the person you're in a relationship. My house is a place of peace. It is a place of peace, hands down. And I feel terrible when I read stories or I hear stories of people who you come back from work and you want to just be in a place of peace and relax and recharge for the next day where you slave wage and, and it's not peaceful. In fact, it's twisted and vindictive and argumentative and fucking evil. Like, oh man, I'm very sorry to hear that. So the screaming started after this. Anytime we disagreed on anything, she'd start screaming at me. And when I'd say there's no need for raising your voice, especially in front of the kids, she'd scream louder and say, I'm not screaming. You want to hear screaming. That's so cool. I like that.
I don't like that.
I like when people are totally fucking out of their minds. Every day it became worse and worse. We even got into it on Christmas because I didn't make it all about her. Well, Christmas is a made-up holiday, and if it's going to be a made-up holiday, it should be all about Christ. All right? It's not all about her. Do you think that's an okay thing?
Christ doesn't have anything to do with Christmas.
Yeah, but you steal Christmas and you go, this is about Jesus now.
I mean, you can, I guess.
Yeah, it's just like a day where you go like, wow, what an awesome thing that's happened. How much does God love us? Jesus Christ paved the way for us.
I mean, I don't know if I would associate December 25th with that, but I would associate December 25th with like a bunch of people coming home from like school, like the kids who moved away.
High-fiving.
Kids you haven't seen for a long time.
Eating bunt cake.
Yeah, it's like a very cool, in American culture, it's like a cool time to like see families you don't normally see.
What's a bunt cake?
It's some kind of like dense cake.
Like a pound cake.
I suppose. I don't know if it's that heavy, but
I do like a pound cake.
I don't like where you're going with this.
It's just a delicious cake. It's heavy, it's dense, got a good texture, good flavor, simple. It's not overly, like ice. You gotta get an iced one. And that's pretty cool. You ever have a Yule log?
I don't like where you're going.
It's just
with
like
this,
a basic,
dude.
like a big Swiss roll.
I don't even know what a Swiss roll is, dude. I
The
don't even
fuck?
know. Yeah, you have a
Like
lot.
a little Debbie.
I don't eat that stuff, but
Okay.
Oh.
Like a rolled up fucking.
Okay, yeah,
And it's chocolate covered and it's rolled and it's got a white
Yeah,
spiral.
it's like a
in it.
Twinkie, but it's chocolate. Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, but it's spiral.
Yes,
So it's different than a Twinkie.
but it's icing filled.
But you
Okay,
make it bigger and then you cover it in icing. Fucking Yule log.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
would
delicious.
never eat that. No, it's probably like all kinds of crazy stuff in it.
Yeah.
How can you eat that?
Flour, eggs, milk, fucking sugar.
You're
You can
more-
make it.
You're more into a blunt cake.
That's not true. I haven't had a blunt in a long time. Actually, I just realized I'm well over a year now of not smoking weed. I quit in May of last year.
Really?
Yeah. And so it's officially what, a year.
Why did you quit? You just were like,
Because, dude, I would smoke and it would, number one, it had me prisoner because I'm just a weak bitch. And I had been smoking for so long. And
it was just habit.
it was such a brutal habit. Like it was such a slippery slope for me. I'd be like, yeah, I'll smoke at night before bed. And then it would be like 6-7 blunts a day. Like just real fast.
Blunts too, the nicotine blunts.
Oh yeah. Big fan of that. And then,
What? So then you had like the nicotine.
probably, I don't know.
You just came off all of it?
Yeah. And
No nicotine now? Like you don't do any kind of.
I'll have a cigar, but you don't really inhale a cigar
Right,
because
right.
you'll go to a place of suffering that you've never been to before. And so I don't really have any nicotine now. I don't think I really do well with nicotine. I've tried the pouches
Mhm.
and they make my tummy hurt. My tummy
But
wummy.
you liked it with a little weed. Well, don't do that. Don't keep doing
No,
that.
I mean,
thing.
like a blunt for me had no tobacco in it. Just the leaf, I guess you could say,
Right.
is the tobacco, but there's no, like, I wouldn't half and half it or anything.
No,
It was
but
just
that's
straight
the
weed.
blunt itself. Doesn't the paper itself is nicotine?
Yeah,
right?
yes. I guess so. I don't know.
I always
But
thought it was.
some people do like mix it a little bit. They'll put like tobacco and weed in there. I used to have a dude that would buy weed from me and he'd be like, can you roll it for me? And I'd be like, whoa. And I'd fucking put tobacco in there and chip his ass off. But yeah, it's been a year and 2 months. One of the other reasons I stopped is because like I guess there's no other way to put it. The paranormal activity in my life would be escalated when I was like high at night. And also very interesting. This is interesting. I've never said this on the show. I'm going to say this real quick because this is a fascinating observation that I've made. I used to be able to go to a place in my mind and it looked like outer space. And when I say it looked like, it fucking looked like. It wasn't like I thought I saw stars and like twisting, wheeling galaxies and all kinds of shit. 100% I could see. There's no way around that. I could close my eyes, spend some time focusing on one point in the dark behind your eyelids, looking physically with your eyes behind your eyelids, and I could see sort of expanding and contracting colors, almost like negative images. You know, like a negative image, like where it's like all the color has been turned into like black and white, basically, but it's inverted, like a negative. You're just looking at me skeptically. So, and if I focused there long enough, it would open and I would go into it. And I'm telling you, this has been something I could do pretty much my whole life, since like 17 years old. And the way it started is I was homeless and I was squatting in an abandoned house and I couldn't get to sleep. So I was just like looking behind my eyes for a long time, and all of a sudden discovered, I know this sounds so retarded, and I really can't find much precedent for this. This isn't something that I can find.
I think it's
online.
what happens to people that don't have a job in a food forest. Like, this is what you end up doing.
Don't mock me, okay? Can you listen to this story? And so I would go, and it never led anywhere. Or did anything.
It clearly did.
And
you went there.
No, well, I mean, like, yeah, I went there, but it never amounted to anything. Wasn't like I ever saw some shit. So for 20 years, I never saw shit there except for stars.
Went to space.
Yeah. And I got really good at it. So sometimes in the past, it would take a long time. That first night, it took hours, which is insane.
Isn't this called astral projecting or something like this?
I don't think so, because astral projecting, as far as I've heard, people go to a fucking place.
And I thought you were saying you did go to space.
Space is not a
You're
place.
Saying you can see it.
It's actually a lack of a place, isn't it?
I don't know. Are you a globe guy or a flat guy?
I don't want to get into that right now. I'm just saying it would be very easy after some time for me to get there. I'd get there in a couple of minutes. Like, that's how good I got at it. One day, after this is before I stopped smoking, I had heard something through the show that kind of made me feel like maybe I was illegally getting access to something. You know, like illegal access to the spirit realm kind of a deal.
Sort of feels that
I
way.
prayed that if it wasn't of God, then like, please, Lord, take it away. If it's not something that you gave me, if it's not of you, if it comes from something else, I don't want it. I can't fucking get back there anymore. And for a while, I was like, maybe it's because I stopped smoking weed, which is a valid thought. But also, I made a very specific prayer that I don't have access to that anymore if it's not of God.
But you sat down and tried.
And since then, yeah. And I cannot get there.
Oh, you know Nancy's got to take on this, dude.
What do you think, Nance?
Did she just turn her mic on to rip one? Because that's what it was like.
It sounded like she just passed a bunch of air.
Yeah,
right?
it was like a very strange noise.
What was that noise? Was that you, Nance? Did you turn your mic on and say something
turned
a
her
moment
mic
ago?
on and it literally went.
No.
You didn't make any noise?
She did.
The
No.
conversation stopped because I thought she said something.
She did. Okay, Nancy, let's just pretend you didn't say anything or make any fart noises.
Was it
that were or
38
were not real.
minutes? 30.
But
that was fucking weird.
what's your take on this? Where Raven was going and
Yeah,
why
what do
all
you
of a
think,
sudden he
Nance?
couldn't?
Yeah, drugs help with that.
It's true.
Yes,
It could just be the weed. It could just be the weed. Is it causation or correlation isn't always causation? I mean, the time where I made the prayer is directly overlapped with the time that I stopped smoking. But I heard something very recently about this idea of like God gives you gifts. There's gifts of the Spirit, like the Holy Spirit, but then there are other gifts from other spirits that are not the Holy Spirit. And those are not good. And you can get rid of those. And I was like, dude, that sounds like the time that I fucking... So I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
I mean, there has been times where I stopped smoking for a grip. And I could still go there. Can't go there anymore. And I'm like...
Don't want to go there anymore.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's no real purpose.
It's too complicated. You get out there and then you come back on the show and now you got to debate if it was really space or not space or it was made up or there was flat. Or
I'm still kind of bummed out about that idea that
never
Timothy
mind, man.
Alvarino's like, there's no spiritual realm. I'm like, I don't fucking understand what that is.
No, he said God's a spirit,
But there's no spiritual realm.
where God has to live somewhere.
Don't make me start
God's
this
a
over
spirit.
again. No, stop this. All right. He was just on Joe Rogan saying basically there's nothing spiritual about any of this. Okay, so
Did you watch the whole thing?
no, I just heard what people have said, and that's why I've not really commented
I
very much on
tried,
it.
dude. I really tried.
It
But it was
sucked.
like Kandahar Giant, like right from the jump. And I was like, dude, this is so old, man. Like that's we're doing. And then it went back and forth for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. And I was like, I will come back to this, but I can't watch this anymore right now. I was
He
just
tries
like,
to say, like he's
and then
he-
it was just like, I never came back to it.
it was presented, in my understanding, as if it was like breaking news. Like,
Yeah,
bitch,
that's
this has
what's so weird. Is like Kandahar Giant, like Joe Rogan never heard of that?
I don't want to get dosed with acid. Okay, so worse
Moving on.
yet. So Christmas, he didn't make Christmas all about her. She was upset about that, and that's his fault, and I understand.
Yeah, he should have.
Worse yet, at the point where she started going nuts, she'd already lived in my house for 6 months.
Oh yeah, once they get their claws in, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. In Oklahoma, after 6 months of someone living at a place and receiving mail, their illegal resident.
No.
Damn, so this dude tried to figure some shit out.
No, these chicks just know how to play the game, dude. I had
Yeah.
a buddy that had a chick like this, dude, that just knows the game.
Yeah, not good. Not good. So she waited for 6 months to fucking expose herself after she was a legal tenant or resident. And you have to get the sheriff to evict them, which is a whole legal thing that could take a year. She even knew this fact and threw it in my face.
No, this is so stressful.
Damn, dude. So she's like this parasitic predator.
But
really,
almost at that point, you just leave. You just say, okay, fine, take the place.
take the place.
Yeah, I'll move somewhere else.
The fuck? This guy's got a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom. He's living like a king.
And a chick with her claws in them. I mean, I'm getting out of there, dude.
Nah, touche. Moreover, at this point, it's winter. I'd have said, fuck the law, I'm kicking you out anyway, but I couldn't just kick kids out into the streets in the winter. Bitch didn't even have a car at this point. After talking to the sheriff, he made it clear he had no interest in getting involved. Damn, bro. I dealt with utter hell. Oh, like cow tits?
Good one.
For the next 4 months. The constant, and I mean constant screaming, keeping me up all night, trying to wear me down.
That's one of the strategies of Satan, to wear out the saints.
Yeah, I love my sleepies. I'd be mad.
The utter trashing of my house.
Once again with the cow tits?
That's not okay, dude. Like, that's the one thing that she should be doing if you're paying all the bills, is like keeping the house nice. Now
Yeah.
she's trashing it.
Not a single clean dish.
Ugh.
All the dirty clothes stacked in the hallway.
Ugh.
When I try to clean, she freaks out harder.
Ugh.
Listening to her tell her kids she hates them.
What?
And the kids coming to me crying.
Oh, no. She's trying to create this bond between him and the kids. And she's even being the psycho to create it.
And then she's going to dip on them.
Oh, jeez.
Have these kids. Damn, that's a quite the plan she's hatched there.
No, I don't think she wants to leave.
You don't think so?
Oh, maybe you already read ahead. She does.
No, I didn't.
No, she's just trying to make this bond between them where now he really can't get
Little
out of it
trauma
because the
bonding.
kids are bonding.
A little trauma bonding.
No.
The time she tried to stab me in the neck with a pair of scissors, the time she went for my gun in a drawer, but a voice in my head told me to move it beforehand, which when she realized it wasn't there, she looked at me like, oh, fuck, you know what I was going to do.
What? Okay, dude, yeah, leave her there and move somewhere else, bro.
I don't understand why the law doesn't let you just, like
I would just be like,
stiff
hey,
uppercut.
yeah, I'm sorry this didn't work out, but you can have the place, dude. I'm a grown man. I don't have anybody dependent on me.
Yeah, but then you got to
I'll
keep
just
paying for
start
the
over.
place.
Yeah, and you feel like she's just not going to pay for it. Yeah,
Well, if you
You're right.
don't pay for it, then the kids are out on the street. So that's a bit of a problem. Also, you probably got like a job and stuff, so you got to stay local. So even if you do leave, like, where are you going to go? And you got to lay low. And
An apartment. Dude,
She also
getting
knows
out of
where you
there,
work.
She's grabbing the gun.
No, for sure. Yeah. Valid point. Overrides all those previous. I'm not even beginning to scratch the surface of what I endured with this psycho bitch. The night before, I eventually said fuck it and forced her out at gunpoint. Good God.
Jeez.
We'd argued from 7 p.m. to 6
Oh,
a.m.
we'd argued? Not just they were high and argued?
No, they like them together.
Oh.
Both of them argued from 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. That's a long time, bro. Almost at 12 hours of arguing. Sometime early in the morning, I was like, a switch flipped. And she was talking like an honest little kid. She said I should kill her because she's a monster. She was almost back to normal for a bit and told me about how she was kidnapped at 15 and kept in a basement for 6 months.
What is happening?
Bro, she's got
I shouldn't be laughing. But I'm like,
she's got
what is
demons, dog.
happening?
100, 100. Then she flipped personalities again and told me she'd kill me in my sleep.
This is madness, dude. This is madness.
Bro, it's so crazy how a thing that happens to you like that age is very dangerous.
What do you
15,
mean?
16.
Oh.
A thing can happen to you and set you on a trajectory for the rest of your... I mean, that's really how it is just in general, like all the way to childhood. Something can happen to you and just set you on this trajectory for the rest of your life to the point where you're doing this shit because you were kidnapped. I mean, that's crazy. Kidnapped and kept in a basement for 6 months.
I know. I'm just saying, like, is all this true? I guess I'm reading it. It's just like this crazy
Sure,
story.
it could not be true.
It's just kind of like this plot. Like, the chick is crazy.
Yeah.
How much of her background story is she making up? Like, if they're having these conversations all night and then she just flip personalities and say, okay, I'm going to kill you in my sleep. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Some
I mean,
chicks
look,
are just crazy.
But that level of... Because that's all spiritual. You're not doing that unless you got shit whispered in your ears. And every time I look at it, it's like, how'd you get so much shit whispered in your ears, dog? Well, it all started when I was a child. And I was locked in a basement for 6 fucking months. Like, you know, it's like something really horrifying happened and set you in this direction. I was talking to a dude today, and he's having a rough go of it. And he starts telling me this story, and he's like, yeah, when I was 16, he pulled a cop's gun off the cop and held him at gunpoint.
What?
Yeah. Now his whole life has been one fucking unfortunate series of events after another from that moment. That's a felony, right? So he can't get a job. He can't fucking be steady. And his girlfriend's doing this, and she's fucking crazy, and she's cheating on him, and she's telling people that he's a bad guy, and big guys are coming to fucking...
Yeah.
It's like,
I guess I forget how crazy that world is.
Yeah, dude.
Man.
Yeah. And it's, you know, all from some shit that happened when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Very crazy. So she flipped personalities again, told me she'd kill me in my sleep. That morning, my sister came by and offered to start cleaning. Psycho bitch threatened her as soon as my sister touched her shit.
I don't know. Like I don't know. You're saying like 10% of these things, and I'm already out the door.
Oh, yeah,
Just keep the house. Keep
Well,
the house.
I mean, you know, there is a part of it. Dallas is a dangerous retard. I think I know the type. We attract people that are like us, right?
You do, especially.
Well, you do too. You've been through all kinds of shit.
No, I'm just saying, like when you show up at a place to ride go-karts, and you're like, yeah, strange coincidence
I didn't make
happened.
all the black kids show
2
up.
buses showed up. What a coincidence. Everywhere I go, what a coincidence.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think everywhere I go.
Yeah, you're
I go
choosing places that...
I go to the same places you go. I go here.
No,
I go to the gym.
go-karting.
Well, that's, I mean, you fucking boring and lame.
Here in the gym is the only 2 places we go in common.
I mean, you probably go to Walmart. You go to Walmart?
Okay, I go to Walmart.
A little bit. Go to Walmart.
But not after 9 p.m. You probably go after 9 p.m., dude.
No, what are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm asleep. I'm asleep at that
I
time.
guess you forget that is where you would meet these kind of people, actually.
Yeah.
Walmart after 9 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
This movie's
Fair
called
point.
Walmart.
Fair point.
Every girlfriend I had before my wife tried to reenact trauma with me, and when I refused to play along, she dumped me. Praise God.
What?
Praise God indeed, FJ Fool.
Where's
you know,
all the normal chicks at?
My wife wants a... My wife... Wait, where's the button for that?
Doused in
Not
semen.
that one. Not that one.
Maybe it's this one.
There's just a lot of
Okay.
crazy chicks out there, man. Do
But
we ever
It was
get these where the
stinky.
dudes crazy?
And it was stinky. And it was stinky.
shout out to Craig.
Yeah.
Do we ever get these where the dude's crazy? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, Red Hoodie was a story about a schizophrenic dude, basically. We get them, but
Yeah.
women, I think, are more susceptible to influence from the spiritual realm. We were talking about this yesterday, right?
The female. Oh, yeah.
So,
okay.
like, men are hunkered down with the material because they've got to operate within it, and women are like a kite. You know, where like a dude is standing in the material, a woman is tethered to the material, but kind of floating around in the fucking spiritual. And I think they're much more easily influenced, which is why this sort of thing happens. Okay, so she threatened to beat my sister as soon as she touched her shit. So I called my homie TJ in for a favor. Now, TJ was a big black dude that had no qualms with striking women and was eager to do so.
That's what I'm saying. This is like a real story.
That's not what it says. So he calls TJ in for a favor, and then it says, not what I just said, but it says, he was there within 10 minutes, sat down with a 45 in his lap. Okay. As I commanded her to leave. TJ is black. Okay. Dude, I just made a joke that just turned into, it just is exactly what.
Whoa, look, read the rest of it. Like,
So TJ is black, and her liberal, nutty MK Ultra alter couldn't argue with a black man. Right. Oh, because she's liberal and that's so funny. I got her an Uber to go and stay with her dumbass
Where
friend.
are the kids, though?
Yeah, what happened to them kids? TJ, my sister, and then it's so funny that I just made that joke, and then it's exactly what fucking happened. TJ and my sister and I spent the next 8 hours packing all their shit and shoving it into bags, rented a U-Haul, and dumped it all off at her ex-husband's shed. Here's where shit gets more creepy. 1, for weeks prior to me giving her the boot, she spent days coloring in one of those adult crackhead coloring books filled with occult shit. Yeah, that's interesting. So there's a lot of adult coloring books now with these really complex mandalas and shit like that. It's all like occult Buddhist symbolism, but because it's so intricate, there's a lot of places to color. And you get lost in this kind of ritual, right?
It's just shapes, almost even like spirals to nowhere.
And you're just manically filling it all in.
No,
you're
my aunt
hyper focused on
Down syndrome when I was growing up, and she loved coloring in like big coloring books.
I like coloring.
I don't think she had any of the occult ones, but
when was the last time you colored anything?
Like colored in a coloring book?
Like a coloring book.
I don't remember.
Well, you have older kids, so my son only a few years ago would have a Super Mario coloring book,
sure, and you color in,
and he'd want me to do one,
yeah.
And then I would do it, and I'd be like, this fucking crushes, man.
It's true. Jess was doing coloring books for a while, but
they're fun.
None of the occult stuff. She's into that though. Puzzles, like coloring books. She hasn't done it for a while.
Cindy wants to get into puzzles, which is just such a girl thing. I think I'm gonna get into puzzles.
Dude, they're cheap at and Jess probably has a pile of them if she wants them, dude.
I think I'm gonna get into puzzles.
No, it's like a chill thing, dude. It's a vibe for
Puzzles
chicks.
are
I know. What's that, Nance?
They're fun.
Such women things, right? Panda, I'm coloring right now, is what Panda just said.
Yeah,
Not
it's
coloring,
chill,
but puzzles.
yeah,
You don't like coloring, Nancy? That's not for you?
the
Not
thing
since
is,
I was a kid.
sorry about that. Go ahead, Nancy.
Yeah, you should be sorry about
No,
that.
I'm very sorry.
You knew
She's
I was
gonna
talking to
talk. I want
Nancy.
to shut it down. Go ahead.
That's what I'm
Nancy.
saying. Why don't you try picking up coloring, Nance?
Why?
What do you think the topics would be? Like, what would be like if she went through like a coloring book section of like an
Cryptids.
aisle? Yeah.
Cryptids.
Stuff with, like,
Paranoid
monsters?
American has a cryptid coloring book. He probably is actually going to have it at Bro Grove. Nancy's not coming to Bro Grove.
Jess just wanted to get off the phone. That was her thing.
To
Just get off the phone.
I
It's
thought you meant like I can't talk right now. I
No,
gotta
no,
go
no.
do
I
puzzles.
mean, she would come home and then it would just be like, I don't like it happens to me too. Like if I'm even for work stuff, I'll go to get an email.
I hate it.
And I check my text,
hate
and I
it.
check my missed calls, and then I'm like, well, I'll just check the Instagram because even at my old job, I had Instagram for the job or whatever.
Don't
And
like
the next
it.
thing you know, you're locked in. But she would be on it. She's like, I just don't want this anymore. And I'm tired of seeing these things on Instagram and say, remember how easy and simple life was in the 90s? Remember how simple
It's
life
so
was?
funny to be
And
on
Jess
it and
is
say
like,
that.
Yeah, no. And Jess was like, I feel like a hypocrite. Like
Yeah, you just put it down.
see those and I go, oh yeah, it was so simple.
Yeah.
And then I play on my phone. She's like, I'm done with this. And that's when she switched to like puzzles and coloring. And she always did nails. She, like she'll chill and
Yeah, the little getting lost in like those little things.
yeah, dude.
I
I
can see
think the
that.
scrolling, especially like that movement, is very addictive. That's why they have it on when you do the casino, when you do the slot machine. That's the same movement you're doing.
I'm in a similar place where I need something to work on, like with my hands. Like even Top has this thing where he's making signs. Like that's a cool creative process, right? You're cutting these things out and then you're assembling them and you're putting this thing together and painting it.
Needs it. He's basically the equivalent of like a man 100 years ago whittling wood on the porch.
My
in a
cousin
rocking
took
chair.
up whittling wood.
Top is like a 2026 version of that. He's just doing it with this machine and creating like crazy stuff.
Yeah, he keeps like taking pictures of the things he's making, but he keeps catching his bare feet in the picture, and I don't like seeing that.
That's creepy.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, those are your feet. Those look like your father's feet.
Yeah, you got
That's
to
crazy.
have a thing in the earth that's a physical thing. Like you got to have the spiritual thing. You got to be in the Word of God.
Yeah,
but you got to have a food forest or whittling wood, or some guys work on their car, or like whatever it is. You got to have like a thing in the natural.
Well, that's what I want. I want like an old car to work on with my son. But it's fucking annoying, man, because even anything that's cool and old, that's like, old, I'm giving air quotes here, like 90s, early 2000s, is still like, if it moves, if it runs, at least it's going to cost you like $5,000 to $7,000. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. And then I look at like some of the motorcycles and I'm like, I could buy something that moves and then could work on it with my son and only spend like $2,000. But then my wife's like, you shouldn't have a motorcycle because you could die, which is kind of valid. but I don't think I drive. I've never been in an accident. I don't drive like an asshole at all. So I don't think that would happen, but it's hard to convince my wife that. Definitely seeing some hairless upper thigh. No, I got a great deal of hair on these things. You know, that just doesn't look as. So I called my big black friend. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so a few weeks prior to me giving her the boot, she spent days coloring in one of those crackhead coloring books full of occult shit. My sister picked up the book, and the psycho bitch had just finished a page that featured Medusa. Whoa. Everyone's hair stood up. Whatever that demonic fucking thing is, it's real, and I'm convinced she was possessed by it. Medusa being the entity
Snake
that he
on
saw.
the head. If you look at it, you turn to a
black
concrete.
Pretty much, yeah. So Dallas wrote in so early in the show, you know, back when Chronicles was first starting, as number 5, he said, and it was about this entity that looked like Medusa.
And so this chick's been coloring one, and everybody, not just Dallas Spitfire,
it
but
seems
the
like
sister,
even his sister
everybody's
knew,
like, oh, something's not right here.
So that was point number 1. Point number 2 as to why shit gets more creepy is a few days later, her oldest son, who was 15 and I taught guitar to, pops up and tells me he didn't want to say anything before, but he had come home to their apartment and blood was all over the walls. Turned out she stabbed her second ex-husband in the neck with scissors. And she was trying to do that to him. Damn, dog. And number 3, yo, Exile's life is looking pretty simple right now,
this
bro.
This is madness, dude.
Exile looking like he didn't really.
15-year-old's like, hey, Uncle Daddy or whatever I'm supposed to call you. Like, I'm not exactly sure what our relationship is, but just so you know, Mommy stabbed their second ex-husband
in the neck, and I came home and the walls were covered in blood.
What?
And he goes, that sounds like maybe what she was trying to do. So, and
do you think all these are real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. Maybe I'm just a gullible retard, but I do think they're real. So point number 3, as to why shit gets more creepy, I talked to her parents in Boston a couple of times over video call, and they gave me the creepiest feeling. It seemed like they were 100% fake actors just doing a role. Hard to describe.
That's creepy. Dude.
That's weird. That's very weird. Man. Uncle Daddy Dallas could be the name of this episode, by the way. Anyway, this has gone on long enough. That's the most basic cliff notes on things I experienced during that year of hell. Made me appreciate relatively normal, loving people 1,000-fold.
I could see that.
I'm profoundly proud of you guys and everything you're doing for so many reasons. God bless. No, you,
okay,
Dallas.
So that's a real story. It's just very hard for me to like hear that and not be like, oh, this just like they should make a movie about that.
Yeah. Fuck, man. It does kind of read like a horror story, huh? And the way it escalates too. And then the black guy gets involved. I mean, it's got all the elements.
You know what's just so strange is like you've got this female that's just, I don't know how recently, but somewhat recently has stabbed her second ex-husband. She's got 2 kids. So I guess the 15-year-old, if he's the oldest, that wasn't his dad. So she stabs the second ex-husband.
So she sees,
but he's got another ex-husband. Who knows what happened there? She's got the 4 kids. And she's like capable of stabbing and all this crazy stuff that we've read this whole time.
Yeah.
But somehow in the beginning, she came off normal.
She comes off super normal. That's what I'm saying. So that's that chameleon thing, right? Like when I met my wife, she never pretended to be. Remember I told you I had that dream.
You got to know people's family. You got to know not just the kids. I mean, that's a wild scenario, but you got to find out who's the mom, the dad, the brothers, the sisters.
I had that dream recently that I think was, it was indicative of witchcraft, And there was something that was posing as my wife. And immediately I was confused because I was like, my wife doesn't care about video games. Like the woman's pretending to care about video games. I couldn't see her. But I kind of like rationalized it. Like, I don't know, I guess she's trying to be relatable, to me or something like that.
Who is this chick you're talking about?
In a dream I had.
Oh, got it.
And, so that's how strange it was. Like my wife never tried to pretend to, she was never mean about it, but she would never be like, oh yeah, let's sit down and play Xbox.
Or
let's
would
like
never pretend to give a crap either. But I'd rather have that than like pretend you won't like it. But
I want to know who you are so I can tell if I like you.
Like in the fall in Florida, it's nice to lay around on Sunday and watch football and like not do anything. And you almost don't even care about the football game after a while.
I was going to say, your wife seems like she'd be knitting.
Yeah, but I'm saying she figured out that she loved that time because me and the kids would be chilling on Sundays.
That's
and she
it,
started
yeah.
baking. She started cooking.
Oh,
she'd
hell
make us
yeah.
like all kinds of buffalo dip and
Oh,
chicken
that's
wings.
awesome. Yeah.
And so she'd latch on to like a thing that we liked, but she didn't actually like it or pretend to like it.
But she can still be a part of the
She still
vibe.
doesn't like football, but she likes fall.
Respect. Yeah. But that, I mean, yeah, she pretended to be. I mean, she had in this story I'm talking about. She had nefarious intentions from the gate. Given everything that unfolds throughout the story from the beginning, she was weaving a web to trap him in.
So crazy, bro.
That's wild. That's wild. You thought dating was complicated. Just like on its own. Like, bro, you never know
F
who the
around and end
fuck.
up with a chick who stabbed her second ex-husband in the neck with scissors,
And is
man.
possessed potentially by the spirit of a
dating
Gorgon
scene.
that has been haunting you since you were a kid.
The dating scene is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
But I guess when you're older, it's like, yeah, why are these people available?
Yeah. And then it
Right?
gets worse and worse. And I don't know. I mean, maybe as it goes for dudes too, you got to ask yourself why you're available.
Right. Because it either you never had somebody, which doesn't sound like that for most people, but you weren't able to work it out. Like whatever
Yeah.
it was. Like Jess always says she hates when she meets divorced people and they go, oh, we're best friends now. Then Jess
That's
is like,
so crazy.
then why aren't you still married?
That's so
It's
crazy.
unacceptable that you're not still married.
I don't
then.
like when people go like, oh yeah, like we just fell out of love. Like I'm like that.
Nobody cares.
That requires work, dog. That requires like it's like a garden. There's tending. You have to keep like going back and making sure that this thing is good.
You
Yeah.
don't just break the covenant.
Oh
Because,
yeah, we don't love
it's
each
all
other
love.
anymore. Like that's fucking crazy. I hate that. I can't. Yeah. The other thing that you said too, though, being divorced and now you're best friends. Oh, me and my ex are best
Madness.
friends. What?
Then get married. Then go
What?
back to being married.
My wife's my best friend. We're married. What the fuck happened here?
Yeah, I don't know.
We just fell out of love.
Jess really hates that. She's like, yeah, that's not okay. If you can stand to be in the same room, then you should be married still.
Yeah, we got into a weird place with marriage.
Yeah, it's just like, what am I getting? I could get something better somewhere else. That's what it comes down to.
Subliminal Messenger says Raven marriage classes. I don't know what to like. If I had to give advice, it's like, yo, be fucking easy.
Yeah.
Be easy. Like, don't be so fucking hard to get along with.
Yeah, just be somebody that can like go with the flow and have a good time.
Let
You guys
shit
will figure
roll off
all
your
the other
shoulders,
Stuff
yeah.
out.
Mm-hmm. It's not worth it. You know, like this argument over this stupid thing is never worth it. Outside of like somebody cheating or something like that, like, dude, the things that you know, this guy, he's telling these stories and they're arguing over a bunch of things. Hold on, let me see what the hell it was, because he said at some point, oh yeah, arguing about Bill Gates. That's the funniest shit in the world. But like, yeah, how many people are out there in relationships that are like, oh, it was a dish. The dish that I left out and then it drove us to a giant argument or this and that. It's like, dude.
Well, not to say that doesn't happen. You get in an argument and
No,
you're just
but
going
like-
towards that, and then you find a thing to start fighting about. But then it's like, hey, here was the real thing I was pissed about from last week.
And whatever it is, it's not worth like getting to the point where you're screaming and shit. You know, like I'm not saying you don't get there. You have a relationship, you're with somebody for your entire life. You're going to end up yelling at each other. But there's got to be that thing in your head that goes, whoa. Stop. This has gone far enough.
Yeah.
This has gone far enough.
Maybe there was a pressure release valve that you needed to like yell, get mad about it, but then you got to come back around and go like, yeah, what are we doing here again?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
And I do think as long as like, if you're going to do something, make it structured, right? So like, yeah, women should be hit and you should do that in a controlled environment,
Wait, what?
but like never do it when you're angry. Just set aside time. Say
To
like once a
smack?
month I hit you.
No,
Once a month I hit you, but not when I'm all worked up.
no, I don't like that.
And not when there's really something to argue about, but it's just once a month I hit you. You know, just so you remember how strong I am, how weak and frail you are. You know, we put aside one day a month. One day a month where like, you know, maybe you get like a running head start and I count to 30 and then I catch up and I hit you and it's not too bad.
I don't like
But
that.
you
it's-
never
what's-
do that when you're angry.
I don't like
You
that.
never do
But
that when you're
what's crazy
angry.
is that like people let it get so bad and then they're like, but I'll marry again and none of these things will happen.
So stupid.
But also this time I'm going to have all of the baggage of my previous, I'm going to have to deal with whatever these marriage issues are again with the baggage of an ex
Yeah.
and with your baggage of an ex. And who knows the kids and everything else.
I'm just saying.
But I'll bet it'll be better if I go there. It's like, no, man, you just got to figure out how to work it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big advocate for a little bit of time
I'm
aside
reading the
once a
next
month.
one.
What, whose is it? Whose is it? Whose? Tell me.
I'm the same, Z man. Just like with kids, never spank them in the heat of the moment. I never spank my kids.
Oh
anyway.
yeah.
I
Calm
never
down
did.
first, and then beat their ass when you're like in a good mood.
No.
Yeah. When everybody's cool. That's when you do the. There's a season for everything, right?
No. Not for
So once a month,
All right.
make it a game, make it fun. Like, okay, I'm gonna get you. You gotta run, but when I catch you, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass really bad. It's not gonna be good.
I don't
It's gonna
like
be
that.
bad, my nigga. All right.
Let's
So
see what
who's
we
that?
got.
That was Dallas. Thank you, Dallas. Thank you for writing in. Dallas is integral part of the operation here now, and now he's submitted 2 fantastic stories. So who are you going
That
for?
was pretty good. I mean, in a
Uh,
bad way or bad in a good way.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you want to
It's a
call it.
fascinating story. So we have Derek, I think. Yeah.
I don't like the way you said that.
Derek. Derek. Let's see what that is. Oh, it's just one big. It's one big thing with no.
Oh, Derek, right?
Derek. Let's read Derek. What do you guys think? Are you into the idea of as long as you're not angry, you beat your wife? And as long as she's not angry too, she has to also be not angry. You kind of like you wait for like an opportune moment where spirits are up.
And then just start smacking.
I don't know if you smack. I don't know if it should be face stuff. Probably not face stuff because you don't want to lose attraction when you see her all like bruised up and dinged up in the face.
I don't like this.
I would say hit her in the body and hit her in places where it's not going to be so evident to you later on. You know, if you're trying to get intimate, have marital relations, and then you got to look at like these big bruises and stuff. The bottom of the feet, I hear, is a great place to get hit with objects and then not really have that show up later on.
What? Okay, I'll read this one in short.
Okay.
What's happening, fellas?
What's happening with you, Derek?
This is the first time.
Oh, wait, we definitely doxed him. Shit. We
That's
said
what
his
you're
whole
supposed
name.
to do.
No, you're not
bro.
supposed to
if
do
you
that.
send your name on there, you clearly want that to be
What's
read.
his last name?
I already said it before.
Why? What do you
Okay.
think, Nancy?
She just wants me to
Nothing.
dox him. She loves when people get doxed.
What's happening, fellas?
No, I don't.
And Nancy, this
Uh-oh.
is the first time I've committed this to writing. And TBH, this is a real chronicle.
This is that means to be honest.
That's not like a marijuana substance.
That's THC.
Okay.
And
okay.
this is to be honest.
Okay. Every word is true. All right. I like that up front because
Yeah.
you almost feel like the last one may
Oh,
not
yeah,
have been
Dallas,
true because
yeah.
it didn't say that.
You guys, if it's a real story,
You gotta
please from
say
now
it.
on let us know if that it's a real story. Tell us that at the jump, please.
Every word is true and it's insane. But I'm not insane, just so you know. I'm a raver who indulges in rave drugs. Okay, that's a little
That's
bit
currently?
of a red flag.
That's a current tense. That's a present tense.
Well, even if it's past, it's still. Oh no, this looks like it is present.
yeah.
But even if it's past, that's a bad combo. Chiefly ketamine and Molly.
Okay.
I don't know much about Molly.
I've done my fair share of Molly. It's I don't know. I mean, it's ecstasy. It's ecstasy without the surprise, or less of a surprise, because ecstasy, you don't know what they pressed into the pill.
But Molly is the same. Like
it's MDMA, which
Okay.
I don't know what that acronym stands for, but that's what
okay,
it is.
yeah. So we just called MDMA ecstasy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, ecstasy is MDMA plus
Who knows what else is in it?
pressed into that pill. Yeah, I
Okay.
used to get red apples and yellow dolphins,
Huh?
triple stack.
No comment.
OG with triple stack, G's up, hose down.
Okay,
That was another one that I used to get.
that's not uncomfortable.
Guys, somebody in the chat knows what I just said.
Chiefly ketamine, which is special K, and Molly, which is ecstasy, K mostly, and dances at badass shows. I started 2 years ago. Anyways,
Jeez,
can we get the bad music?
Oh, yeah, I'm
because
sorry,
this just
yeah.
sounds like a story. you
this
know?
is
It's like-
crazy, bro.
There we go. I started 2 years ago. Anyways, a year and a half ago, this storyline started. I was attacked by a demonic entity, although I didn't know it at that time. I don't know why you're laughing.
I'm just like So wait, how long ago was he attacked by a demonic entity?
Well, the storyline.
A year and a half ago.
Yeah,
But he's like, to this day, I still rave super hard.
right. Don't you think you dropped the rave party?
Right.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay, let's get out of that. Although I didn't know it at that time. I was meditating down in my room after doing K and taking these new vitamins I had gotten from Amazon.
Okay.
Oh, these aren't bad. These aren't vitamins, but Ormus, lion's mane, Shilajit.
Oh, that's
Shilajit
focus,
is like
right?
a lion's mane is really good for focus. I don't know what Ormus is, but Shilajit is like
she legit.
I think it's like some kind of almost like, I don't know why I'm thinking this, but it's like the sap from a tree.
Waxy leakage.
It's something. I don't know. Apparently, this was not good quality because 30 minutes afterwards, I was struck by this feeling of absolute fear and that something was terribly wrong. Yeah, I don't know if it's the vitamins, dog. I opened my eyes and went up to stand up when I noticed two things simultaneously. First, my picture by the door of the alchemical great work. I don't know what that is. Was
the alchemical, the opus, what is it? Opus mundus with the great work, the alchemical great work. What are you doing, dog? Derek, are you a listener of this show?
Get out of the game, Derek.
This is insane.
Well, anyway, that great work was face down on the ground. Second, lingering in the air right beside it was a disturbance in the air, like nipples in the middle of water.
No, that says ripples.
Oh,
that says
that
ripples.
was an N.
Here,
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Doused in
Like
semen.
ripples in
Yeah.
the middle of water. That's Sketchosaurus Rex.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
If I see that, I'm like,
Like a shimmery.
I jumped to stand up when the ripples began to spiral forward towards me. While it moved forward, a sound, a truly satanic demonic sound like musical notes being played backwards emitted from it, and I was pushed back into my corner cabinet. I'm a very not religious necessarily. Whoa. I'm a very not religious necessarily, but a godly man.
Which God then?
Yeah,
Which God?
something's-
It's the thing is you can't just aim at the amorphous, undefined God of the universe. This is what everybody who's in the New Age does: is they believe in God because they have experiences, but they're not willing to define them. Certainly not within the Christian context, and so they're just fucking pulling their arrow back and letting one rip into the fucking void,
Right,
where
right.
anything just comes along and goes, "I'll be your God."
Specifically, meditation is exactly that.
Yeah.
Eastern style meditation is like just open yourself up, and then whatever wants to come in can. Whereas, like,
Just think about Derek. I want you to listen to these words. In the spiritual
Derek.
realm, do you think that there is not something there that would gladly pretend to be your God?
this is your wheelhouse, dude.
It's almost wild to hear because
Yeah, to hear them say these things, he's doing these things, and then he's like, "Yeah, but I'm a worshiper of God." It's like, well, that's not consistent.
but you're not going to define them. You're not going to call them by name. You're not going to
Right.
actually flesh this out.
and that lifestyle is not consistent with knowing the true God.
There are a lot of things out there that will gladly be your God.
Okay, but a godly man, I worship God. I pray every day, several times.
Okay. Yeah. But once
To
again,
what? Yeah.
to what, bro? To what? There's all kinds of shit out there. All kinds of shit out there that will gladly stand in God's place.
Yeah, that's why we meditate on the Word of God. Like if we don't ever in the Christian realm just meditate like an Eastern style meditation, just open ourselves up to whatever. We meditate on the Word of God.
Man.
Pray every day, several times. I shouted for God and begged him to help me out. Then I was struck by a thought. This is a spiritual attack.
Okay.
He's on it.
Yeah.
He's a sharp one.
That's good. The fucking your alchemical, your opus mundus or whatever, with his face down on the ground, and you got shoved into the fucking cabinet by an unseen force, and you needed something to whisper to you that this was a fucking spiritual attack.
I rebuked this unclean spirit, rushed upstairs, drank nearly a gallon of water at once, and forced myself to vomit the vitamins up.
I
I don't think it was the vitamins, bro.
You're telling me you're doing Molly and ketamine,
But Annie's been in this state of meditation.
and they're like, it's the vitamins, the lion's mane and the shit jacket. What's it called?
I was meditating down in my room after doing K and taking these new vitamins.
Okay. But you did
What does the vitamins have to do with anything?
Holy shit, bro. This has got to be somebody fucking with us.
It is, man. Rushed upstairs, drinking a gallon of water, forced to vomit the vitamins. At this time, I thought it was just the bad vitamins.
That's so silly.
Then I played in my lady's chest and weathered the storm, so to speak. I don't know what that
I don't
means.
like even that expression. You played in your lady's chest? You did what now?
Oh, he's just saying he hooked up with his wife?
I don't think that's what he's saying at all. It also doesn't strike me as married. But I love the idea that you did ketamine, meditated, all of a sudden something falls off the wall and is face down in the ground, and you get shoved into a thing, and then all of a sudden you have a notion it's a spiritual attack, and you go,
better throw up these vitamins.
way too much B12 in my system, bro. Gotta get rid of this fucking B12. Holy shit.
Then I played in my lady's chest and weathered
Dog,
the storm, so
what
to
the
speak.
fuck does that mean?
I don't know.
Nancy, can you look up lady's chest?
Played in my lady's chest.
I don't know how you
I'm
would
not
word
gonna do that.
Okay, yeah. I can see how that would be bad.
Maybe
Fuck.
maybe he's talking about his girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's saying like, yeah, I was trying to weather the storm. Like I figured I'd just, chill out with the female for a
So
little
you just
bit.
laid down on her chest? Maybe that's what he Oh, laid in my lady's chest.
Oh.
It says played,
Well,
but
he's
that's
got
got to be a
chick,
typo.
man. If she took him in, it was like, nah, honey, it's cool. Just lay here.
Shit,
It was a
man.
long night, and my head was pulsing with strange visions, alien and so dark.
Yeah.
I saw characters in a different language,
Yeah,
Huh.
fucking Enochian motherfucker.
pictures of aliens and demonic entities.
Funny how they always go hand in hand.
Ooh, I see. It was one of the worst nights of my life. I was sick for 3 days after this. Anyways, this was just the beginning.
Anywho,
And this is all culminated into a physical altercation with the demon last weekend. This was written on July 19th. So this is like 2 weeks ago that must have happened.
okay, but
That is the story I really wanted to tell you. But I wanted to set the table, so to speak. Hit me back if you read this and want the rest of the story.
look, I don't want you to be discouraged by my mocking you, Derek. And I would be very interested in hearing the second
But that's
half
what
of
this
this
show
story.
is about, is mocking people, right?
This is an insane inability to connect dots in a very obvious dots. You know what I mean? Like, you've been handed a connect the dots child's worksheet, and it's literally a smiley face. And you cannot put together what's happening here. This is not a complex connect the dots assignment. This is you're illegally entering the spiritual realm and praying to a god that you will not define, and therefore anything is willing to step in, take the worship, and I mean, you're just filling up your cup with iniquity, homie. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Right now.
Unbelievable. In the middle of a show?
3 minutes.
Hey, Matt.
Are you going poopy? This guy's got to go poop. Unbelievable. Wow. Which one is me? Okay, that one's me. And it's the vitamins, Derek. Derek, it's the vitamins. That's... Man. And then I feel bad. I feel like I'm an asshole for scolding you this way. You go by Dare Bear on your email. Are you a bear? Are you an Owen enjoyer? I thought you guys were smart. What is going on? I don't think you are. This is crazy. This email feels like it comes out of left field. Like, this cannot be a listener of the show. And well, I mean, hit us back, Derek. I want to hear what happens next. I hope you hear what I'm saying and you don't recoil at the crass tone that I have, and you realize that I'm giving criticism through a filter, and that filter is like,
People should know.
I'm blown away. I'm blown away by this. Is wild. It's wild to me that you can't connect this. Oh, look who's back. Look who's a professional who's going to come and do a show.
That was a fast poop.
Yeah, he did push a poop out real fast. So, Derek,
It's the vitamins, dog.
could be the vitamins.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
All right. Well, thank you, Derek, and I hope to hear back from you. Hopefully you don't die. Let's do Mike Robertson. I just doxed you. Big time. So I'm going to read this. It goes, hello, Top and David and Matt with 4 T's. That's good. He's not got the memo that's gone out to the rest of the employees, but it is 5 T's now. The minimum is 5 T's, but that's okay, Mike. We'll have a grace period of a couple of weeks before everybody really gets that. And Nancy. Say hi, Nance.
Hi.
Annie did put 3 Y's on Nancy, so I like
Nope,
that.
just a 1 Y. Nancy gets a 1 Y. I love NDS and straight Bible. Please don't ever stop. Okay, fine. My story isn't insane, but it speaks to the power of God, and it's definitely paranormal.
I feel like I'm going to like this one better.
Yeah? The last one was a little frustrating. I started off as a...
Wait. We read this before.
Did we?
Is it Metalhead? And
Oh,
then he was on Reddit.
yeah. Richard Dawkins. I remember him saying something about Richard Dawkins. I don't know why that wasn't...
Well, that one wasn't highlighted.
That wasn't... Okay, so we're actually going to move on to...
Damien is the next one that's highlighted.
Is that true?
Well, you got Roger, but that one's not highlighted, and then Damien's highlighted.
Okay, cool. So this is Damien. I can't dox you because I can't even pronounce that last name. The title is Near-Death Experience at about 12 years old, Changing a Tire, Short Story. Feels like that could be a long story if you really wanted it to be. Okay, so I'm listening to Chronicles right now, and y'all reminded me of a time I almost died when I was about 11 or 12.
Almost.
So me and my mother and 2 sisters were traveling to see my cousins in Arkansas. What a silly word Arkansas is.
Arkansas is really how it should be pronounced.
Yeah. I don't know where all the W comes from. About a 6 to 7 hour round trip. Oh, no, just trip. Doesn't say round trip. I added that. We would visit them probably at least once a year. So the trip was going like any other. When we got a flat tire, I feel like it was early evening. And I remember the highway was busy, but we were about to pull to the side and all was well and good. Okay.
Cool.
That's good. We had a spare, so my mom wasn't too stressed. She took it as a learning moment, and she told my sisters to stay in the car and told me to come and help her get the spare on.
Damn,
out.
that's a good mom, dude.
Yeah,
but that's just a rough thing of like a mom but no dad there.
Right. You black? We put the jack under the car.
I don't like that.
I'm just asking.
What if he is?
Then I'm right.
What if he's mixed?
I'm still right.
So the only way you're wrong is if it's 2 white parents. And what does it matter?
Just for data purposes.
Okay.
You know, you're just collecting patterns.
Let's see if he's in the chat. He'll let us know.
So come and help me put the spare on. We put the jack under the car and got it lifted. I can't remember exactly why, but my mom had me get under the car to look at it for something. That's dangerous. If you don't have jack stands on the road and you just have a jack, depending on the type, if it's like a scissor jack, don't get under that fucking thing, bro. Because if it rolls, if you don't have the tires chocked, you're going to end up taking car to the chest. I can't remember exactly why it sounded like.
Exactly what it sounded like.
What it sounded like. But I hear a voice. I feel like it was my mom just saying, calling to me. So I slid out from under the car. I asked my mom what she was calling me for because we were the only ones outside the car. She said she hadn't called me at all.
Ooh.
And as I was about to slide back under the car, the jack collapsed and the car slammed into the ground. My sisters hop out and are telling what happened. Okay. They're telling it. I don't remember how we got back on the road, probably called AAA. I didn't think about it much at the time. I'm surprised it didn't shake me up more, but I'm pretty sure I would have been done for if I was under that car. I wasn't born again until I was 16, almost 17. So usually when I think back on this day, my conclusion is that God was the one who called me out from under the car. That's a fair conclusion. That's really all the story. Shout out to you guys. NDS and Straight Bible are some of the best stuff on the net. Thank you, Damien.
Thanks, brother.
Damien feels like an old dude because he called it the net.
No,
Yeah.
he's not.
I definitely don't think people call it the net.
He's a young guy, dude.
Maybe in his heart.
Nah.
What?
Oh, Matt calls it the net, doesn't he?
Yeah.
You fucking do. Yeah, you
No,
do.
I don't. I call it the
Yeah.
internet.
No, dude, you call
The
it
net?
the fucking net. Oh my god.
I've never
This guy's
called
got
it the
net
net,
gear.
dude.
Netgear, Netscape. I remember those old I don't know what they would be, email platforms.
Yeah, that's cool though. He hears a voice.
Yeah.
It's the only voice that would have made sense. His mom. It's just him
Sure.
and his mom. So he's like, "Yeah, mom, what's up?" She's like, "No, I didn't say anything."
And then the car collapses underneath the.
Yeah,
or
it
the-
just reminds you of like Samuel when he's there and Eli is the priest and Eli's become incredibly corrupted. and Samuel hears the voice of Eli calling him at night. He comes to Eli and says, yeah, what's up? And he goes, what do you mean, what's up? He said, yeah, you called me. He said, no, I didn't. Go back to bed. Second time it happens, he comes back, says, hey, what happened? He said, dude, go back to bed.
Okay.
It's either the second or the third time Eli says, okay, dude, I see what's happening now. God's calling you. It just sounds like my voice because I'm like a spiritual father to you, if you will. So,
that's interesting.
So he's talking in my voice. So when he does that, say, here I am, Lord. What do you want to talk about? And then he does that. And then Samuel, because I think it says in Samuel's day that there was like no open vision in that time. Like God wasn't really like dealing directly with prophets. And then Samuel starts it. Like it starts with Samuel. But yeah, so it's interesting when like the voice of God comes in through a parent's voice.
That is interesting.
Dude.
I had did you make a noise just now?
Yeah, I just remembered that happened to Bella when she was little. This is I just remembered this right now. She was super little.
Okay.
We lived in the Fruitland Park house, and I was doing something in the front yard, and she was like playing with stuff in the front yard too. And she goes, who's coming back? And I was like just working and stuff. And I looked at her. I said, what? She goes, who's coming back? And I said, I don't know. She goes, who's coming back? And I said, I don't know who's coming back. What are you talking about? And she goes, I heard you say he's coming back. And I said, you just heard me say he's coming back? And she goes, yeah. And I was like, okay.
Could be schizophrenia too.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely not the case with Bella. I appreciate your insight though, Nancy. It's not always like appreciated, but it's whatever. But I just like left it alone and was like, oh, that's cool. But she heard her dad's voice saying he's coming back.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. And she was always in like Bible stuff too. When she was little, we were always talking Bible stuff. So I don't know. But
I told you I had that dream recently where I was debating Alberino.
Oh, jeez.
And
nightmare?
No, it was actually like it was crushing. Things were fantastic. And he was trying to cut me off. And I was finishing my thought.
That's a nightmare.
And the thought was just the same fucking annoying shit I say all the time on this show, which is the correlating data points between demonic encounters and alien encounters, the overlap. And when I got that out, one of the judges who was there listening to what we were saying.
What do you mean judges?
There's like judges. It was like a panel of people.
Like you're on American like TV show where they have like Dancing in the Stars or whatever and they like judge it?
No, it was like a mixture of like, I guess my eyes were partly open in my room. So it was kind of like my room, which is just, whatever.
But there's judges in the room and they're like, I give them a 9.
Well, judges
like
who are
9.5.
I guess there's judges, right, on debates. I don't really know. I haven't watched a debate.
It's your dream. Like, what was it?
So there's like a couple of people that are hearing the arguments
at a table.
Sort of. She like one of them gets up and comes over to me and is like, "Oh my God, I know exactly what you're saying. This, that, and the other thing," like affirming what I'm saying. And I'm like, bingo, you get it. And there's just this big, and he's getting drowned out. He can't, he's like, basically like, ah, shit, I just got fucking butt clapped. And me and this judge are like high-fiving, like, hell yeah, dude. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So it was fun. It was good.
That's it in the dream?
Yeah.
But you were like winning the debate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what to make of that.
You don't have to make anything of it.
Right. Who's reading the next one?
That one was short. So if you want to read one, who was it? That was you? Oh, look, the next one's actually about Alberino, but we're not going to read that. That's something different. Okay, so
The
I
next
want to
one
read
is
this one.
Holly Brady.
I want to read this one. What's this?
The next one's HGTV Holly.
Hell yeah, dude. Holly's the homie. I'm reading this. Okay. Ooh.
Oh yeah. Thanks for a second.
This is awesome, by the way. Proper number of T's.
Wait, what?
HGTV Holly.
This is a thing we got to click on?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. All you do is click on it. It's going to be
Oh,
okay.
I love when they put the 3 or 4 Y's behind Nancy. That's
It
awesome.
never does that. But we do have 5 T's in Matt.
Google Docs.
5 T's in Matt. That makes me feel like this. Thank you, HGTV Holly. So she says, hey, Top Raven, Matt, and Nancy, question mark. It's fair to address Nancy. That's fine. I'm back. Thanks for giving me a second chance. Just going to start by saying I've been listening to NDS for 2 years. And since around April, NDS and Straight Bible are the only 2 podcasts I fuck with anymore. Y'all are the ones riding the truth train, in my opinion. Enough ass kissing. You could probably do a little bit more. It's fine.
Yeah, do a little more.
Here
We
it
like the
goes. Written with no drugs and no AI. All right. 10 points for HGTV Holly.
So HGTV Holly really was going hard for the drugs, and now she's off.
No, I think that's more of a reference to
How crazy your first one was about describing the house.
No, some of the other submissions we get where they're clearly maybe either using AI or they're on drugs. So it says cancer demons.
Oh, she's a Tampa chick? I didn't know that.
Tampon chick. That's fucking. Why would you say that?
No, Tampa.
I mean, I guess all women are Well, I guess there's probably pad chicks too.
No, we're talking about Tampa.
Oh, like the geographical location,
Bingo.
not the menstrual blood sponge.
No.
In June 2019, after 6 years of living a complete scumbag lifestyle in Tampa, oh shit.
It happens in that area, dude.
Yeah, it does. I had reached the end of my prodigal son days.
She's a female, but she still goes by the prodigal son.
Prodigal
It's like males go by the bride of
daughter
Christ.
days.
Okay. Ran out of money.
I ran out of money. My lease was ending, and my mom told me it was time for me to move home.
This sounds like a country song.
Yeah, it does. So I tucked my tail between my legs and accepted the fact that at 24 years old, I was moving back in with my parents like a total fucking loser. That's okay, Holly. I did the same thing at 23. I had been out of the house since like 16, and then I came back for 2 to 3 months, and it was not great. My parents had sold my father's haunted house with many rooms. You know the one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I can see the entire layout in my mind's eye. I don't know if that's astral projecting, if I've done that illegally, entered that realm. But if so, I repent. Boom, 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 boom. We were living on the beach now, or at the beach now. Don't worry, this floor plan isn't important.
I would have just stayed with the parents forever, man.
And literally, as soon as I pulled into their driveway to live with them, my ears started ringing. It was so annoying. Just a constant high-pitched ring that never stopped. My mom kept insisting it was allergies, and I just needed to take the Claritin. The Claritin, but it didn't do shit.
Yeah, I'm sure you can trust that thing was designed to
It
take
didn't
forever.
do shit.
Exactly.
So weeks pass, and the ringing in my ears gets worse. Oh, damn. There's a terminology for that when you have ringing in your ears. It's called
Nepotism.
it's just some
Tinnitus.
shit. Oh, tinnitus.
close.
Hell yeah. I knew it. See, Nancy knows it. These are things that women suffer from.
Uh-huh.
I know what tinnitus is because I've heard my wife be like,
I don't have
got
it.
What?
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You woman?
Yes.
You
I
got
had a
tinnitus.
boyfriend who had it because he fired his gun without his earplugs.
Boyfriend?
Ex-boyfriend.
See? Tinfoil Tiara's got it. She's also a woman. So weeks pass and the ringing in my ears gets worse. My parents are silent nighters. Okay, so they keep a pitch black house when they sleep with no fans, no noise machines, no TV, etc. So in all of that silence at night, all I had was the obnoxious ringing in my ear. At one point, I started hearing a faint whispering through the ringing noise, but it wasn't anything I could make out in English. Oh, it's interesting. It's almost like your brain is creating its own white noise. Sometimes these things speak through white noise.
Wait.
You know what they never speak through? Black noise.
Stop.
You know what black noise is?
Do you sleep with a fan or a thing?
Yeah. Sometimes I
do?
do be binaural beat downing myself.
You don't sleep in like silent?
No, because every little noise that happens wakes me up. So
okay.
unless I have something that's like
Earplugs?
baseline, yeah, I do earplugs a lot. Yeah.
But if you don't have earplugs, you have to have another noise.
So that drowns out the smaller noises.
Okay.
So that could be anything at all.
Fan.
Cats in the next room just jumping down off the counter onto the ground. Like I'll hear their paws hit the ground and I'll like fucking pop open.
Sure.
I don't know why that is. I'm sure if I trained myself, I could get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
And in the event where there is no white noise and I don't have earplugs, I fare fine enough. But I started hearing this faint whispering sound, couldn't discern anything in English, and the whispering always sounded like it was coming from the corner of the bedroom. That's a fucking bummer.
I don't like that.
Some nights, right before I would fall asleep, a surge would hit me, and I'd feel like through the ringing in my right ear, I was getting downloads straight into my brain of all this information about angels, demons, and the truth about the world, but I'd never remember any of it when I'd wake up the next day. This happened almost nightly. That is fascinating.
We're always dealing with crazy people.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I mean, I like it too. It's just so
well,
wild.
This is why I'm willing to make the trade-off they do smell, but like, look how fun they are.
Yeah.
But they do smell.
And you feel like these folks, when they get the gospel, they're like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah,
I don't want to play any games. I don't want to pretend. I don't want to like do the whole thing. Hey, be blessed. Like, I'm in.
Stinky.
Like, I'm in for life.
Stinky, but they get it. And they're fun. One night in particular, I heard this whispering in the corner of the bedroom and was used to it at this point. That's
not good. You ever get to the point where you're just used to it? You're like, oh, yeah, that's just the thing that whispers in the corner. It's no big deal.
Sparrow Stinky. Oh, yeah, dumbass. He came in here. He was stinky, too. I remember that time. So, yeah, you probably shouldn't get used to it, but you get used to anything. Human beings are, fascinating in that way. We can get used to a lot of shit.
There was a story about Smith Wigglesworth where he woke up.
I'm sorry, who?
Smith Wigglesworth. You know him, dude. He rolled over.
Is he the host of a children's learning cartoon?
He was like a legit man of God from England, man.
Smith Wigglesworth?
Yeah, moved in like Signs and Wonders. You actually should read some of his stuff, dude. You'd probably very much like his stories, dude. Healing, casting out demons.
I will never read a book by a man called Smith Wigglesworth.
He was a plumber. He was like a legit dude.
What
like
a silly name.
Wouldn't allow a newspaper in his home. He was like, no, you're not bringing like that stuff
not
in my
Mr.
home.
Wigglesworth's house.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Mr. Wigglesworth.
You guys should do a show on Smith Wigglesworth, dude.
Are you ready to sing the Mr. Wigglesworth song?
Google him. People in the chat should Google Smith Wigglesworth.
I don't think that's a real thing.
Pull it up.
No.
Why not?
Because it's fake.
We got 30 minutes, dude.
I'm Mr. Wigglesworth, and you're Mr. Wigglesworth, and we're all here together to learn with Mr. Wigglesworth.
Anyway, he rolled over one day, said he saw Satan, and went, "Oh, it's just you," and went back to sleep.
Went, "Oh no, I'm sorry to wake you from your slumber, Mr. Wigglesworth."
Okay, mock him. Somebody's gonna Google him and be like, "Oh, damn, Matt,
what a dumb bitch name to have."
That's really rude.
What a dumb Mr. Smith Wigglesworth.
Okay, play your game.
That's a stupid. Is this the man? That's Mr. Wigglesworth.
Oh, Wigglesworth used
what
to
a
crush.
hilarious looking asshole.
Yeah, Soviet Blap nose. Is that it, Nancy? It's just
What do you think? What do you want him to do? The children's song and dance?
Yeah, G
That's
by
all I
John
got.
about
It's just-
John G. Lake too. There we go.
It's just a bunch of
Mr.
black and white
Wigglesworth sounds like
pictures.
a name for a ferret.
No, dude, he goes hard, dude.
Loop Log says Mr. Wigglesworth sounds like a name for a ferret. That's so true. That's so true. That's so funny.
Dude, Wigglesworth used to go hard, bro.
Imagine being banished to fucking, in the name of Christ by a dude named Mr. Wigglesworth.
Okay. Play your
Imagine
games.
doing spiritual battle
You
against
look
a
him up,
dude
you're gonna
named
be
Mr.
like,
Wigglesworth.
Okay, yeah. You don't want that.
Doing spiritual battle with a dude named Mr. Wigglesworth?
You don't want that.
I do like the idea that Jesus would make one of his most potent spiritual warriors a dude named Mr. Wigglesworth.
He crushed, dude. I mean, he's like 100 years ago, but he crushed, bro.
All right. So one night in particular, I hear this whispering from the corner of the bedroom, and I was used to it at this point. As I usually did, I tried to ignore it and go to sleep, but all of a sudden, the whispering got closer and closer, as if it was slowly slithering from the corner up onto the bottom of the bed and across the comforter towards my still ringing right ear.
I don't like it.
And once it got close enough, the words, "I'm Mr. Wigglesworth, you're Mr. Wigglesworth.
Stop.
We're all Mr.
That's not what he said.
Wigglesworth together."
The camera's really blurry on Matt.
Good.
The camera, when it pans on Matt, it's all blurry.
Let's
Matt!
see it.
Is that
Let's
on-
see it panting over here. Well, why are you screwing with it, Nancy?
There you
Oh,
go.
there
That's
we
the
go.
spirit of Mr. Wigglesworth was fucking it up. Okay, so it got closer and closer, slithering to my right ear. My eyes were closed. I was not going to open them and risk seeing a demon. But when the whispering got up on the bed, I can tell that it was for sure some other language, possibly Enochian. See, this is why HGTV Holly crushes in comparison to Derek, who says, what did he say? When I was doing drugs, I could see all kinds of different languages and shit like that. And I said Enochian, like jokingly. But then also we come to this one and fucking HGTV Holly is crushing.
She's got skin in the game, dude. So this is not like some
Holly.
haunted house. She's at some brand new house and it's doing this. It's like whatever this is, it's like her that's bringing it.
So possibly whispering Enochian or some kind of ancient chanting. And the whisper slowly slithered up to my pillow.
I don't like this.
And then it stopped completely. Then suddenly, right into my ringing ear, I hear an old woman shout a full-bodied, deep, guttural, "Fuck you."
Okay, this is a joke now. There's no way that's serious.
No, I believe Holly. That's crazy as hell. My heart was slamming into my chest as I shot upright and opened my eyes. But of course, the room was empty. That definitely freaked me out the most out of all of these weird experiences around this time. Dude, that's crazy as hell. What are you doing over there, huh?
I can't get to page 2, bro. It just went from page 1 to page 2.
You just look, you take 2 fingers. What are you doing?
I don't like
you
what you're
just take 2 fingers, you put them on the little pad, and you just...
No, I'm saying it says could not preview the file. There was a problem loading this page. When I get to the second page, did you get to the second page?
I'm on the second page.
Whatever.
It just doesn't know how to use a...
Holly, you're not crazy.
No, like crazy in the cool way.
Yeah, you are crazy in the cool way.
Mr. Wigglesworth, will you be my Mr. Wigglesworth? Come along, children. Let's go on an adventure with Mr. Wigglesworth. My heart was slamming into my chest as I shot upright and opened my eyes, but of course the room was empty. That definitely freaked me out. I read that already. So after these few creepy months, August 2019 now, I find out I had thyroid cancer on the right side of my thyroid gland. I had tons of other weird symptoms, and like Raven, I just knew it was cancer. Went to the doctor and was like, "Hey, doc, I know I have cancer." They did a biopsy and scheduled the surgery, removed the lump a week later. Okay, banger. It's nice when it goes fast like that. You just got to get it done. Coincidentally, as soon as they removed the cancer from the right side of my neck, the ringing in my right ear was gone. No more demons, whispering, or late night downloads.
Whoa.
Everything that had been tormenting me for months just magically disappeared. My voice also disappeared from some vocal cord damage during the surgery, but thankfully came back after 4 months.
Whoa, she had no voice for 4 months?
That's
or just
wild.
messed up voice for 4 months?
Oh, man, your husband must have been pumped. But then after a while, the crazy dreams started happening. I've got 3 in particular that are especially wild, but since this is my chance at redemption, I'll save them for another time. You bitch.
This one's good.
This is great. Just to keep this story super short. Thanks for giving me another chance. Also, all THC products are evil, and I blame them for what fueled my HGTV entry. That's so funny. They also caused heart problems and one hell of a hospital bill. I praise the Lord that as I type this, I'm 53 days off of the THC sodas, vapes, and gummies. My longest stretch was 90 days back in 2021, so keep me in your prayers. Dude, that's so cool, Holly, because I was just talking about what a coinky-dink.
Does Holly still live in Tampa?
No, I don't think so.
She moved to like Arkansas or something?
Arkansas. I'm not sure, but if you caught Holly, I think you just showed up. Earlier on in the episode, I was talking about how I'm 2 months past a year of no weed, and how that was a really big moment for me. So yeah, dude, praying for you. 53 days, you're like way over the hump. I used to say it's interesting because the same way I said this, my grandma used to say it takes 3 days, I think, for chocolate to get out of your system because
a sparrow's sensitive. She says, maybe you're doing a little much.
No,
yeah.
That's cool.
She's like, hey, there's nothing wrong with me. Maybe you just overdid it a little bit.
Well, people don't. I'm not saying Sparrow does this. It just, made me remember something when I posted about not smoking weed anymore and being pumped about it, a lot of people popped up in the comments and were like, oh, there's nothing wrong with weed. It'd be way cooler if you still smoked weed. I'm like, I think everybody's got their thing.
Yeah.
That's not good for them. And weed was definitely one of my things. And yes, thank you, Sparrow. That's a good point. It is called 14 months. I am 14 months not smoking weed. Hey, 60 days sober today. Back to my point that I was trying to make before I got distracted. Takes about 5 days for the really brutal cravings for weed, and that's really all they are. It's not fucking like
Sparrow
withdrawal.
doesn't do the weed. Correction.
Oh, okay.
I just thought the way she worded it that it was like, oh, maybe
she's
it's
a
just 'cause
big
you
weed
did too
fan.
much.
Everybody knows that about Sparrow. Sparrow's a big fan of weed.
No, she's
That's
not.
something that we've learned about her through all of the. By the way, Sparrow. See, this is the thing. You're never in the Bible studies on Wednesday nights, and Sparrow's in there all the time asking banger questions.
She crushes with the questions.
By the way, we're gonna have another one.
Well, I don't want to sabotage the Bible study.
No,
if everybody's already vibing,
you
and, like,
just show
doing
up
their
and
thing, you
listen,
just,
and you go, "Wow, what an awesome thing this is."
I don't have the
You
whatever
just
the thing is you guys watch it on or whatever, dude.
Dick cord. So the next one, by the way, this coming Wednesday, so that's tomorrow, right? Yeah. Tomorrow, the study is going to be on, give me 1 second here and I'll read it to you and you guys will go, wow, that's interesting. I'm scrolling, and I'm vamping, and I'm trying to find the post. It's going to be about sex.
What?
Yeah, but like in a biblical, like biblical sex.
Yeah, like Adam and Eve just doing their thing in the garden. Or what a marriage is supposed to look like. Husbands, love your wife as Christ loved the church and was willing to die for her.
Sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marriage.
Well,
yeah, that's what the marriage covenant is.
It's going to be about fucking.
Well, you're making it sound crude, but yeah, that's the marriage covenant. Is part A goes inside part B. Like you can't do that anywhere else, any way else.
Penis and vagina this Wednesday night. Come and listen.
Wait, is there anybody going to say what it really is in the chat?
It's about sex. Doggy style.
No.
Holy or unholy?
No, that's not what they're talking about.
It's going to come up. It's going to be asked. We're going to ask about it.
All right, I'm reading the next one.
Okay, we got time for one more, and then it's time to get out here.
Yeah, I got to be out here in 18 minutes.
Wow, this is good, man. I'm glad you stuck around with me. It's fun. Isn't it fun? Thanks for doing that. I know Top ran away. Top, he was like, I can't do it. I got
this guy's name.
I think he has diarrhea.
Matthew Myth.
The next person, Matthew Myth. Ooh.
No, I'm already reading
This
one.
is cool. Don't read his last name. It's not Myth.
Hello, I'm Matt.
Okay.
This is a true account of my one and only sleep paralysis incident.
Wait, read the title.
Sleep paralysis mantis experience.
Ooh.
Like a praying mantis?
Ooh, mantis experience. Wait, does that say mantis or mantis?
Oh, yes, biblical marriage.
Mantis.
This is a true account of my one and only sleep paralysis incident that also brought me into contact with a mantis being. Because that's one of the aliens.
Yeah, with the cowl. That's actually Timothy Alberino's favorite.
Around 2019, I became acquainted with a woman. Dude.
Wait, just one.
Yeah, but is it always this, dude? It's like the dudes find a chick and then boom, we're going to crazy town.
You know what, man? I'm glad that our female audience gets it so much because
they know.
This is just data chunking. And yeah, you're seeing patterns. Top and I say often, like, it seems like, especially around divorce, that's a big spiritual battlefield. And a lot happens to people around divorce.
Well, look at the age, too. A woman who's a few years older than me. At the time, I was 30 and she was 42.
Damn, dog, that's an old bitch.
They get the hormone thing. Dude.
Oh, yeah.
And they get a little wild, man.
Titties dry up and they get no more blood.
Okay, I don't know about all that. I don't like what you're doing with the glasses, but I'm just saying they get the hormonal changes.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you don't understand. Which I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. I don't understand the whole like bleeding out from like very sensitive body parts once a month either.
They
like,
store it in their
butt.
butt.
Seem like crazy, but that's why dude should be around to help and guide through that time period and keep everybody cool, keep everybody sane. But you take a man out of the picture.
You need a man to come over and say, hey, calm down.
Yeah, everything's
calm
good.
Down.
Everything's good. We're not going anywhere. Everything's cool.
Yeah. You're acting like your mother.
You don't say that.
Yeah.
One night, we went back to her place after having a few drinks at the bar.
Oh shit, bro.
We fooled around in bed and eventually settled down to sleep.
Whoa, was this biblical sex?
I think he says they were married.
Okay.
Oh no, he just is acquainted.
Damn.
During pillow talk,
You can't
she
just
began to
butt fuck her.
describe how she has recently overcome a fight with cancer.
Cancer is another, like, dude, I'm thinking like cancer is a spiritual ailment.
It's gotta be.
Yeah. Because it's like it's
Well,
mysterious.
not to say that all the weird stuff in our food system that your body's constantly detoxing all the time, if that doesn't send your body into overdrive, I would bet that could have something to do with it too.
Maybe yours.
Okay, during pillow talk, recently overcame a fight with cancer. She talked about praying and meditating and becoming very spiritual.
Man, talk about themes, huh?
Crap.
What's the matter? You good? You messed it all up, huh?
I don't want to talk about it.
Guys, we're gonna stay quiet until
Pillow
he
talk.
powers
She
in.
began to describe how she has recently overcome a fight with cancer. She talked about praying and meditating and become very spiritual compared to earlier in life.
Okay.
Now, a detail to
Wait, but
note,
did you see that right there, right? Spiritual meditation.
it's all there. It's
Once
always
again, right?
is.
Praying, right? But you're praying and you're becoming spiritual, which is that sentence means praying to an amorphous, undefined God.
You key in on this stuff quick, dude.
An
Glasses,
amorphous,
not so much, but like this
an
type
amorphous,
of stuff,
undefined God.
yeah. And now I'm more spiritual.
Spiritual, stinky.
Yeah, that's just saying, like, in America where everything's based on materialism, now I'm aware of spiritual things. Like,
Yeah.
okay, well,
Which means I'm
welcome to the arena.
and I'm ready to worship. Worship what? I don't know. I don't think I'm going to define it. I think God is everything and
I like
everybody.
you with the glasses like
God
that.
is everything and everybody.
Now, a detail to note, though I'm not sure how key it is,
Mm-hmm.
I met her through a friend who didn't want to take up her offer to get drinks that night.
So your friend was like, I ain't really trying to fuck with this bitch, but maybe you are.
I met her through a friend who didn't want to take up her offer to get drinks that night. For some reason,
Oh, her offer. Okay, so this is just like a girl, little like a scissoring kind of a scissor sister.
I met her through a man friend.
Okay, yeah. So the man friend was like, I'm not trying to scissor her.
Yeah, you take her. For some reason, he told me to go instead of him. But I know deep down he was jealous or simply insecure. Oh, I
That's
never
weird.
intended for us to share any intimacy together. I wanted to have drinks, but after talking and feeling her vibe, the attraction was there.
Don't feel her vibe.
Even if it's one of those short-term flings, she was really into me and at least spending a few nights together. This almost sounds like a more like normal person.
This is a normal person,
like an
yeah.
American that's just in the business culture. This is like a thing you would see on the road.
He's like, I don't care
in
that
business.
your titties are all dried up and you got the clots in your butt, and so you don't bleed no more. Whatever menopause means.
But I don't know.
I like you.
I mean, do we call this normal? Because like that's not normal either. It's just like boning down outside of marriage, and it's just like this is more American business model normal.
When you get menopause, your titties stop bleeding.
I don't like what you're saying. Why that backstory matters is because at one point during the night, I felt a little guilty that he probably wanted to be in my position and have at least hooked up with her.
What, like missionary?
Even though he said he didn't care, deep down, I felt bad that his anxiety kept him from taking the opportunity to spend the night with her. This is a weird one.
But why is he doing that?
I
Like,
don't
why
know.
is he like, oh, I really want to be with this chick, but I'm going to tell you to be with this chick. And then when you get with her, I'm going to be sad.
Okay, this is where it gets weird. I had a sudden, violent, waking dream where I thought he was outside her window screaming and trying to get inside to kill me. Okay, maybe he's not that normal.
That's interesting.
It was a short dream, but I felt shook by it when I woke up. It was around 4 a.m., maybe a little closer to 3:33, and she was still beside me, sound asleep.
Okay.
Luckily, I didn't disturb her, but upon trying to fall back asleep, I found myself in another form of waking dream, but this time I could tell it was different. After years of psychedelic experience, I can tell the difference between a dream, lucid dream, and astral projection.
Asshole
Nancy.
projection.
I don't know why he directed that at Nancy. I knew I was in my astral body. My physical was totally paralyzed, but I wasn't inside the body at all. It took a few seconds to accept what I was seeing above me.
Okay.
As I looked up in my astral body, I could clearly see a tall mantis being standing over me. Now, the mantis is not to the side, but as it was standing right in the middle of my body, no physical being could stand through me as it was.
Okay, that's interesting. So it's like it's standing like you're a plus sign.
He's like dominating him.
No, I mean like he's standing through his body.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I was curious. Sure.
Mr. Nigglesworth.
But slightly terrified. I couldn't discern totally what it was trying to communicate to me. There was no psychic thoughts or any real communication, but simply the fact that it wanted me to acknowledge its presence, like a dog keeping you in check about the fact that you're on their territory. Huh. This domain was under control of this mantis, and it wanted to get my attention that I was totally powerless to this being. It's like a dog that's just like on you and is like, yeah, you're
dominating
you're gonna pet me, you're gonna acknowledge me, like I'm here.
Yeah.
I went into a mental fog and into sleep, likely forced upon me by the mantis. And when I awoke hours later, I felt as if I had taken the fastest LSD trip of my life. I was left spiritually numb and confused.
Huh.
Well, you can't just hook up with random chicks. Like
Yeah, especially when they reach a certain age too. If they're not married, they're almost certainly going to become a crone. And I mean that in the witchcraft sense, not just in the tits stop bleeding and the
What do you mean crone?
like a crone. It's the latter stage of a witch. So you have the maiden, the mother, and the crone.
Okay.
That's the 3 stages of witch life.
I don't like that by Sancho Wigglesworth. We've already addressed
Mantis. Raven's got some mantis. Hey, I've been losing weight, Sancho.
Yeah, he has.
You stupid fucking.
It's been a journey for all of us. And
I
he's
don't want you to know
doing
you look
great
like
at
shit
it.
since you cut your hair. How about that?
Okay, I want to hear the rest of this, though. I said nothing to the woman, and the 1 or 2 other times I stayed there, I never had an issue again. I don't know if I'd be hanging out there again, man.
Yeah, no, not after the fucking the mantis
Just dominating
thing.
them. But it wasn't until a few years later that I began to think deeper about what happened. My only conclusion so far, after talking to another woman I became close to soon after, who was a practitioner of Reiki
Okay.
and quite spiritually advanced, she described a mantis healing her hip in the astral some time ago.
Good God.
It's doubtful.
Good God. No, they'll do stuff. They'll heal things because they want to perform, miracles that are temporary. I bet you if you ask that bitch since then, she'd be like, well, my hip does hurt. It did come back. Because it's always temporary healings. They do that to perform miracles to gain your favor so that you'll evangelize on behalf of them.
Okay. My theory so far is that the mantis was a guardian of the older woman who had cancer, and perhaps my chaotic dream disturbed the tranquility of the woman home, and this mantis wanted to basically scold me like a child, albeit by paralyzing my physical body, taking me into my astral body, and scaring the living daylights out of me.
I really don't think that this person watches at all the
This
show.
is just a lot, isn't it? It's like, wait, you thought all... What did you think? That was a lot right there.
Christmas.
I hope you find this story fascinating. Well, you're not going to fascinate the Raven. I can tell you that right now, man. Like this story, he's just like, yeah, it's a Tuesday night.
There's a million. We've seen a million of these.
I have many more experiences as a writer. Oh, so
As
he's
a
a
writer.
writer.
Mm.
Oh, I thought this was real. That lean into the supernatural, such as my first memory being an obe
Out of body experience.
at 10 months old. And you remembered it?
You kind of remember some stuff if there was some trauma.
Oh, here we go. I can be found mainly on YouTube and Instagram.
Oh, boy.
Where I share spoken word, visual stories, and dabble in comedy sketches. Currently, I'm almost finished writing a serial story about a character I invented that battles the supernatural and Gnostic forces with humor and cosmic horror thrown in. I titled the character The Damned Saint.
Interesting. So, there's a lot of teachable moments here that I was hoping I would hear some. Now I understand this to be a deceptive and demonic entity. Now I understand that the Reiki woman is, dabbling in spiritual principles that she has no right to. And so these things have access to her. Now I understand that the temporary healing of her hip is an inversion of the miracles of Jesus Christ meant to galvanize someone to the entity and therefore more willing to evangelize on behalf of it. There's so many things here that I think seem...
FJ, was that a lot today?
What's that? With who? Softcore porn.
What? Watch your mouth. He said, "Was this LA dropping plugs again?"
Why did he plug?
Like, a little bit.
Hey, it took a while.
It's kind of like.
Let me tell you, we had Austin the other day.
But
and we
God
asked
bless him. Like if he's
Hell
just like,
yeah.
"Hey, bro, I'm 75 years old, and like you've been podcasting for what 3 months? Like, yeah, I'll come on your show, but I'm gonna plug my stuff."
Hell
like,
yeah, he's
"Do
gonna
it,
plug
bro.
his stuff.
Do it,
and all his stuff is
crushes.
Yeah, God bless Israel.
And he's done it for like so long. Why you got to do that?
What?
Why do you got to do that?
Do
he
what?
talked about so many cool things.
Look,
dude.
I'm just
and
saying.
he's been in the game for decades.
Right.
bro.
But from where I'm sitting as a dispensationalist, I just want you to know.
I don't even know what that means.
God bless Israel. Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like that. No, I don't like any of that.
Which one?
Just the whole like
The whole
getting in
story
the camps and
yeah.
like it's like
oh
you
that
start
stuff.
to talk about this topic, but you got to be in this camp or that camp.
This is funny too. He goes like, my theory so far is that the Mantis was a guardian of the older woman. I'm like, no, the Mantis is an attachment. It's a demonic spirit that is attached to the older woman because she has created iniquity by practicing divination.
Is that Mantis definitely attached to that chick, or is it just a Mantis that hangs out in that territory?
Maybe he just likes hanging around. Maybe they're in a relationship. Maybe they're doing doggy style.
Z-Man, I already do. You know I do.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We send a coffee to Israel.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, this is good. Yeah.
Yeah, you
familiar
are.
spirit, tinfoil.
I wonder why Spirit says that sometimes the camps are necessary.
Camps?
Yeah, like you gotta be in a camp. Like you can't just say, well, I'm reading through scripture and I'm understanding things, and I think this about this and this about
I think
that.
it's interesting.
But they don't all line up with one camp.
I think it's interesting to pass through a camp. Oh yeah, like a work camp, like with wooden doors and stuff.
Yeah.
If the camp has a pool, if the camp is baking cookies and the camp has how many ovens and how many cookies can it bake at a time?
Rainey. Stop it.
Yeah, I think there could be use in the camps. Like, I imagine if you were some Christian nomad and you were passing through and you said, I'm going to spend some time with the Pentecostals.
Yeah, amen.
And I'm going to see, like, what's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm going to go and I'm going to spend some time with the
Baptist
Orthodox, with the
churches,
Baptists. Yeah.
Church of God. We've been to all of them. But I'm just saying, I would never be like, oh, yeah, I'm in this camp. I believe. Because then, like we were saying earlier, is like, then you gay. You see, then you gay.
You gay.
Then you say,
No, you gay.
Then you say, I'm in this camp, but I differ from them on this, and this. It's like, then don't say you're in that camp. Just say, hey, I'm a human.
Yeah.
Here's how I think about stuff. Yeah, some of it maybe lines up with this group. Some of it maybe lines up with that group, but I'm Matt. Like, I'm just a human.
There was like a camp
just
of
a
like
person.
Christian mantis creatures. We go stop by, see what's up. What you guys doing over here? What do you know? Oh, that's interesting.
You're lucky I don't have the button to end this, dude.
What about like a Jehovah's Witnesses?
A hoe Jehovah's Witness?
Why do I gotta hold them now?
Doused in semen.
I guess I don't.
Why?